Yeah, I don't know why I got I don't know if you guys are listening right now. I got kicked off. I don't know why I got kicked off. Probably somebody reported the videos. If I had to guess, right? So it was saying on my end that I was still streaming, and on my end it was saying I was streaming still. Hold on, let me post this on Twitter. Hold on a second, I'll share this one too. Hold on. So when did it cut? What time did the stream stop? So somebody probably reported me because they were stinky about it. No, it's nobody complaining about DMCA. There's some fair use stuff out there. Yeah, so here we go. Here's that fucking rip for you. Pump it higher. Pamp it, daddy. Pamp it for daddy. Yeah, they love selling their shit out there. They love they love that I pump it for them too. You got dang right we're ripping. They love when you're selling. They love that and you know what the worst part is? Right, I could contact them and they would give me probably this shit for free, for selling doing this. You know, Bookmap does this with people. All these services want you to pump their services, because then you go out and buy them. You end up getting it for yourself. They know what it means. Slap that ask, baby. Push it. They like when I talk about, they like if I say Spot Gamma 10 times in a day. Brent Kobachaw is probably over there just banging, stroking himself because he's getting free advertising. Bookmap is stroking themselves because they know you're going to buy them to look at Tesla and other tickers. Flow Algo knows that they have all kinds of other information out there, so you'll be listening to them and that kind of stuff. So don't
channel from the Trade the News Broadcast Network.
Sweet.
If you are hearing this message, your sound card and network configuration.
Yes, we're good to go. So the key being is, yeah, don't be panic selling today. I know I pissed people off this morning. That's fine. So I don't know why the stream ended, why I got kicked off stream. Someone probably got pissed off and reported me, or like 4 or 5 people, and they're all butthurt. And now they're all butthurt that their fucking puts are getting crushed. I'm going to post that on Twitter. I'm going to post, hold on a second. They are fuck your puts. There you go. Yeah, see, so John Alexander just says, to your point, I have my own Bookmap now. So here's the key, right? I don't pump anything to you guys. I don't get paid by any of these companies. I don't receive this stuff for free. I pay for my shit, and they're getting free advertising from me. So there should be no issues out there or complaints from them. There should be no fucking problems. This has more to do with pissing off a group of people that are set in their ways, and then when I piss them off, they're going to report my video till it gets taken down or I catch a strike. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't give a flying fuck. I honestly don't. I'm not losing anything here. I don't lose anything out of this deal. I don't deal with churn. I don't deal with like losing subscribers. I've got an off-site website. If you guys ever see me get kicked off Twitter or YouTube. I have an offsite website that Joe Donut helped me with. He's hooked me up. And I've got Chayton's hooked me up with another website, so don't ever worry about it. They can't take shit away from me. I can do live streams on my own website with my own streaming service, my own video player, so I can get this stuff to you all I want. There ain't nobody that's gonna fuck with Captain Jim James. Nobody. You can lick my balls. For the people, all day, every day, forever. That's what it always will be. It's always what it was. It's the only way that I can live with myself. I've got a wife. I've got 2 daughters. I have 2 dogs. You know, like, my life isn't built around being an asshole. So the only time you hear me freaking out is because it hurts, man. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want people out there. I get hurt because I take that shit personally. You know, I take that you know what it is that I take personal is like when I was young, right? You're in high school. This is a good story. So we're trading up right now, right? Getting back to this. You can see here a little bit of resistance. Follow my cursor. 369, 370, 371. You see the calls coming in right now. $1.3 million. Watch my cursor up here, right? You saw that spike. Calls coming in for a couple $1 million. It's giving that push up to the market, right? So you got 2 things working for you and sometimes against you. New hedges will come on and push it down. But the 2 things in your favor is any longs coming into the market on this OPEX and the expiry of huge puts today should help you out. The dealers should help you out today on this trade as we go along the rest of the day. Now, the story from when I was a kid. When I was young, right? I was a good-looking guy. I'm an older guy now. You know, I can admit that, right? But I'm not some fat, you know, no offense if you're fat or you're broken down at your older age, but I took care of myself. I ate the right foods. I only did drugs and didn't drink. But I played sport, took care of myself, ate healthy, lived a healthy life. But when I was a young guy, I was in the military, so I was always in shape, required to be in shape. But when I was a young guy, I was a good-looking guy, right? I was a good-looking guy. Had a nice, affable personality. I attracted all kinds of girls to me. So I had like good girlfriends and bad girlfriends. And when you're young, you end up attracting sometimes crazy. When your dick's thinking for you, when your dick's out there thinking for you when you're young. I'm gonna lose this real quick here, okay? I want to make sure that this is lined up to where we are. When your dick's thinking for you, when the wrong captain is thinking. I know if you're a woman and you're listening, right? Put some earmuffs on. So when you're look at that TQQ calls coming in. You can see right here we're getting a pump in the market. We should trade up higher to this 371. So when you're a young guy, even when you're smart, if you have testosterone running through you like crazy, you're like, wow, I wanna get with that girl over there. And that girl's typically really hot, or whatever you consider to be hot. What you don't know is that that girl's probably fucking crazy. Not all of them, but a good percentage of them. The ones that are like focused on how they look. Not the ones that are just naturally beautiful. Even, girls that aren't that beautiful, but they're just kind of natural. Care more about their friendships, care more about their experiences, care more about learning, care more about living a great life. That really didn't matter when I was young. I was like, I want to fuck the hottest girl in the room. I shouldn't have been like that. Because that attracted crazy.
Pre-markets have been catching a bid in the last few minutes. NASDAQ now 2.25%. S&P up almost 1%.
Well, the same thing, I apply that same principle and concept to the stock market. When you're a new trader, you attract crazy and you like it. But as you become an older trader, you calm down a little bit and you try not to attract crazy. So when crazy comes into the picture, you're more apt as you get older to be like, get the fuck on out of here. Winky's like, I don't want to do this all day long with you, Cap. He's like, this day sucks. It does suck. This is just like yesterday. Like yesterday's trading day, when I woke up. Well, you here? Look at let's look at yesterday real quick. So like yesterday, right? Man, yesterday. Let's look at yesterday real quick. So yesterday, sorry, I cleared this entire chart. So yesterday when we closed this on Wednesday. I was like, I'm closing my calls here or something. I was like, don't pick any overnight calls. I'm probably going to trade down at some point tomorrow to, oh wait, this is the wrong one. That's XLF. That's why I didn't clear it out. Yeah, so I think this was right here. Matter of fact, I even left it. Good thing I didn't clear it out. So remember when I said to you on Wednesday, I was like, I'm probably going to come down here tomorrow at some point and test this level. And we did, right? But we did it overnight, which I was stoked at. I was like, so when we woke up on Thursday yesterday, I was like, I'm not fucking live streaming. I'm like, we woke up to this instead of trading down to this on Thursday. And then, of course, probably going to go to this lower low, this S2, right? We talked about this on Wednesday. Predictions, right? Crystal fucking ball. And then we did, right? This Thursday was brutal. Like watching this, I was like, I ain't doing this. I was like, I'm not trading this. I'm not even buying any puts in here. I'm like, I don't even want to sit here because you literally have to buy like a put spread here and hold it until, I don't know, 2:55 in the afternoon. And we're kind of doing that same thing now, right? We get that little dip down below here, right? We actually tagged yesterday's VWAP. You can see it right here, my cursor. Tagged that nice VWAP. Came back down for a support buy. Traded right back up here. Right back up here right now. And that's what Winky's talking about is like, Winky wants this. Winky's like, I want this, and this to the close. And they're dragging us out here. So if they drag us out here today, let's say they drag us out here today, and they're like, let's say they're like, fuck you, we're not doing this. We're not going to.
That's the reverse repo operation. 103 counterparties taking 2.229 trillion.
Let's say we're going to drag this out here, right? And they're like, we're not going to spend all this put gamma today. Well, that's fine.
That's a fresh record in the reverse repo operation.
If we don't get it today at some point into the close, I think we get it into the close. I think we're going to rip the fuck up into the close. But if we don't, what we're going to get is we're going to get an Ass Blaster 3000 over here on Tuesday. Now, if this is what happens, if this is the outcome, and let's say we close, let's say the Bears are like, no, Cap, we're going to close it way down here. That's fine. How do you deal with this? You just buy some fucking 3-week calls, or you buy some call spreads in the money down here for like Tuesday or Wednesday. Don't even bother with 0 dates. Just get some spreads. Get them with some fucking some what do you call it? Not debits. You get the other ones. Credit spreads right down here, and it'll fucking bang up here on Monday. So either way, that's the implied move. We're either going up here today and a day, or going up here Tuesday, Wednesday. They could do some funkiness. Sometimes I like Wednesday better for spreads because they'd be like on Tuesday, I gotcha, you didn't get what you needed, and they'll slam it up on Wednesday when they've cleared out all the call buyers. So your safest bet's probably Wednesday. But otherwise, day trading this, my hope is that we do something like this at some point today. Even if it's last 15 minutes. You could have calls. You know what's funny about days like today? You could have a call like right here. And then you watch it just burn. Last 15 minutes, it just fucking booms. And just cranks up here like 376. I shit you not. Like 372, last 15 minutes, 376. Now this would be the tops for today. You got 1, 2, and 3. You got some daytime tops up here, right? Top up here. Top up here, and a top up here. And the real top is closing this gap above. This is what Winky wants. Winky's like, I want to close all this shit on Friday. Let's wrap it up and take the long weekend. Let's be out of here. Did I ever look at 400C on 715? Yeah, am I a millionaire? I don't know how you'd describe am I a millionaire. It depends on how you look at it. In some respects, no, I'm not a millionaire. In other respects, yes, I am. You have to think about my debt. You have to think about what I make for money. You have to think about hard assets that I own that don't depreciate or appreciate. You have to think about what I spend my money on. Then you have to look at what like I've got 2 daughters that are private or homeschooled in a private school. Just that alone, like, is like a giant sucking sound. Yeah, they're gonna rip the Band-Aid off. They can carry if they carry the hold on a second here, let me get the stuff all squared away again. If they carry over the hold on here.
UW.
Just want to make sure that I'm on and running here. If they carry over the gamma into Tuesday, we're closed on Monday, but if they carry that gamma over into Monday.
Colombia, April economic activity up 12%.
If they
That's more than the 9.6% expected for Colombia.
Oh shit. That's good. I know it's a small economy, but still good. They have a 12% versus 9.6 expected Colombia April Economic Activity Index. Means that people are traveling. Means that Americans are going. This is implying not what Colombia is doing. It's implying that they rely a lot upon tourism in Colombia. It means that U.S. citizens are still traveling, which is good for the economy. Good for our economy. So if let's say they carry that over into Monday, maybe they're saying, well, we want to see if Jamie Dimon slams the market with puts at the end of the day. That would make sense. So smaller funds, smaller banks are waiting to ensure that they don't get trapped. That would make sense, right? That you're like, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait till the end of the day on the 17th, on the 30th to place any longs until I see what the big banks do. That makes sense to me. So just in case they slam the market with anybody knowing, would make sense to me. That's if I was a smaller hedge fund, I'd be like, yeah, we're not putting a third of our money to work yet until we find out what the big boys are doing. We're going to wait for the caller to come out on JPM at the end of the month. That makes sense to me. I've got, do want to make you aware that there's a pin on the market right now that just came in on June 17th for today expiry. That you've got bears or HFTs or algos have entered into 360p. They're at 14 cents right now, 232,000 puts. Though I think they're gonna murder those at some point. There's nobody on the call side. 370 C is where all the bulls are right now. 370C, they're worth 73 cents currently. 71 cents right now. That's where all the bulls are. Had a little bit of a rejection above here at this 368 91 or so, 75. We want to see more calls coming in for large money to get up higher again for the next pump. Yeah, that's a good point that Winky's making. You can see that we've got new support down below at 363. We'll take a look at that real quick. Yeah, they have moved up. You can see that. Winky's pointing that out. Good job, Winky. You're seeing intraday support now at 363. These buyers down, the buyers 358 are still there. They were there earlier today, but these buyers here have moved their stops up at this point. We should do a video on stops at some point so that we can talk to you guys how to save your money that you're making. We'll do that at some point. One of these. Well, you know what I should do is I should actually do it. Like make a trade live on air and show you how you move your stops up as you going in the direction that you want. When it reverses, you're able to take money and then re-enter again for the next leg. We were talking about that this week, or I was asked to talk about that in the last stream that I did, about when I move my stops and that kind of stuff. We'll leave that back up so you guys can see it. You guys now have the bitchin' feed. Let me know if you know another feed out there that's got a candlestick chart and a spot gamma and trade the news and options flow live on it. Because I don't know if you do. I don't know if there is one out there that does that shit. We got some weirdness going on. Oh yeah, Red 53, which is Winky's saying he's got 22,000 contracts on 7/15/400C that came out. Markets and Mayhem is tweeting that yields have fallen back to earth as investors decide that bonds might be worth buying at least for 5 minutes. I think that's a great one. But accounts blowing up is saying that they think they're going to try to pin us to 3,700 on ES. They could try to pin us. It doesn't really matter. Typically on days like today, for me at least, for days like today, if they do pin us, what I'll do is, let's say they pin us today. Let me scroll over here. Let's say they pin us in this vicinity. Oftentimes what happens in these times, right, you might see some weakness, but what happens here, right, is you can paper trade this. You could buy like a call here, right, and you'll get pinned all day long until like 3:45. And let's say you bought it at, I don't know, $1, and then it like goes all the way down to like 25 cents or something. And then like that last few minutes, the last 15 minutes, they'll fucking run it straight to the moon. And you'd be like, oh shit, I bought it at $1, went to 25 cents, then the shit went to $3 the last 15 minutes. Not always, but oftentimes you'll see something like that craziness happen. And that's what Accounts Blowing Up was mentioning that this morning, saying they might try to pin us in this 370 or 3,700 into the bell. The thing that I would say on that still, though, is as soon as that put gamma rolls off, whenever it rolls off today, there's nothing they can do about it. They don't have a fucking choice. The only thing that would stop that gamma from dealers pushing us higher into the bell would be like 50 billion in put hedging. Something stupid, not 50 billion, like 25 billion. Something insane in put hedging. Like just rolling, waterfall, cascading puts is the only thing that's going to stop this thing from squeezing. Now, does that squeeze get not just Vanna but the charm trade? Probably not. It'll be subdued. So it's not like our expectations are, yeah, we're going to the fucking moon. But as you can see right now, if you've bought puts today, they're just burning. And not only are they I'm watching them right now. I'm actually watching the put side of this market right now burn off. If you guys watch like the premium on puts right now across the market, they're getting smoked right now. So you're seeing the premium kill on the put side of this market right now. Yeah, so let's talk about stops real quick. Somebody's mentioning it. So let's say let's do so watch my cursor over here. So let's say I'll bring it up over here. Just give me a second here. Let's talk about stops and that kind of stuff. So let's say Say you bought. Let's go to 1 minute. Let's go 1 minute chart. Okay. So see this right here? As a matter of fact, I took this trade earlier today. So let's say you buy this for a rip, right? You got the bull flag forming up. We break through. And down here, you have, 2 more places to buy a dip down here. But that's inconsequential. Let's say you didn't buy that dip, right? The trade starts to come back in your favor. You already know that the trade normally they'll stop it below the last one, right? To kill you. But let's say you wanted to get out in here. Let's say you diamond handed and we're starting to make our way higher now, right? Series of higher highs. So what you can do is, let's say you just want to save your trade and you're like, I mistimed my trade, I just want my money back. So, and you took the trade here. So as we recover and we're coming up, right, you would go in and do a stop limit on the options you were in. And let's say you move them to right here, right? And we start to trade up here. We still haven't broken that stop limit, right? Still haven't broken that stop limit that's down here, right? You didn't get a fishing expedition, right? And we start to trade above that previous high right here. You'd move your stops right here. And you manually go in and move your stops. Now, we break that, right? Boom, you would have at least captured this part of the move right here. Okay? Probably close to break even. Now you're going to be looking for this previous low over here, and you can see that we didn't break that previous low. We had an accumulation phase. There was a little bit of scariness in here with the VIX, right? Was telling us we could, VIX was looking like it was going to go up, but it didn't, right? It didn't. And you know where your previous stops are. You could take a long in here and have down below here a stop. Now that stop wouldn't have been broken, right? And what do? We traded up higher. So now you would have been close to breaking even from over here. Let's say you were down at that bad trade. Let's say you were down like 20, 30%. On this move higher, you would have made that back and profit. Does that make sense? So now that you're up here, right? Now that you're up here, where's your next stop? Let's say you stayed in this trade, right? And it starts to roll over. You're already watching Bookmap and you know there's resistance here. You already knew that. And you're like, well, I wanted to put a stop in. You already know where to put that stop. It's right there. So you should be stopped out. Some of you probably got in down below here, and like me, where am I going to put my stop? Well, my stop is going to be somewhere down in here, right? This is where my stop is, down below. If you're looking to buy a dip, you're probably looking for a bounce somewhere down here, or a bounce, or excuse me, I'm not fucking that all up now. You're looking for a bounce somewhere here for the next run up. Maybe you get that out of range trade is there, right? So you're like, I want to put some risk on today, Cap. There's A, there's B, and there's C down here, right? You already know about this previous level of support. This is the C to your trade. So if we do fail, we make another leg up, right? Time the day. What time of day is it? Everybody at lunch right now, and that kind of stuff. So if A, B, C, right? And let's say you get a fake bounce here, and you're like, it's a weak ass bounce, right? By averaging into this trade and identifying it was a weak ass V-shaped bounce, you would at least probably make back all of your trade to even that you could exit it before we actually make the next leg below. If that helps. I don't know if that helps you guys. Some of you guys that have been trading long enough know this stuff. Some of you guys don't. We'll repeat this every day that I'm on trading. I think we talked about this last time I traded. We'll talk about this in day trading every single day that we trade, so that you can see how to be successful as a trader. To not lose, actually. And especially if it doesn't go your way, how to save your ass if the trade doesn't go your way. And what you're looking for if the market reverses. We didn't talk about that in this little thing, but where do you look for reversals? We can do that real quick. So if you're a bear and you're looking for reversals, you're going to be looking for what? You know you've got some major support down here. You know that support's moved up to this area here at 363, right? You know this has moved up at this point, right? And you know that down below at 358 is where the next level of support is. So if you're a bear, this is risky, right? A risky trade down. You can see we're getting some rejection there right in that trade. If you're a bear, you're like, well, I want to see this. Oh, sorry. I want to see this break in here. You don't care about any of this. You don't care about any of this. You want to see this break, rejection, and then that move lower. This is where the money is as a bear. You ever notice when you take a put, if you take the put and you're like, yeah, I made money. I made like 10% or 5%, but I didn't make big money on it. You usually make more money on call side on small rips than you do on put side. If you want to make serious money on put side, you got to see major breaks and then that leg lower. You want to see like that break of support and then a rejection and a move lower. That's where you make money on puts. Puts are not designed to make you money here. They're not designed for you to make money in this move. Anyone tells you that's the case, it's not. That's not real. It's fake. Normally, you'll get that move for like a few seconds and then a quick move up, and it erases anything that you had. If you're a bear and you're a bear trader, you want to be looking for like major levels of support to break, rejection, and then a couple legs down. And even when you're making those major legs down, as a bear, you gotta take the money off at each leg, take the next leg, and then you're actually making money as a bear that way. And there's some other places too, like double tops that can be good for bears. But even then, you want confirmation. You don't want to get that's called getting squeezed out, right? That's a double top cap. Then you still want to have some rejection. Let's say you're gonna do one of these moves up here. You're saying, hey Cap, here's our one top, and we're gonna get our second top at some point. It's gonna double top, and then we're gonna crash it down, right? You still need to have some confirmation. So you're gonna want to see that double top, and then you're gonna want to see bam. Might even come over a little bit, start to peter out. This is distribution. Then you want to see that move, and then you take that. You wait for that confirmation. Otherwise, you end up getting squeezed higher as a bear. That's the bear trade for me, at least. When I trade as a bear, that's what I'm looking for. And if I miss that first initial rollover top, and I didn't capture all of it as a bear, I don't need the entire trade as a bear. The entire trade. I need the large, big portion of that trade. And usually in a bear trade like that, you'll get 2 or 3 legs down. It's not usually just one. That first rollover, that confirmation, you'll still get usually 2 solid legs out of that rollover in the market.
For the European energy markets, Italy government says that they will not get all the Russian gas supply they requested for June 18th.
What are you guys talking about here? We're going to lower 2. Sold a few of my 370s for like $1.05 just to get rid of the worst ones I bought.
Reminder that yesterday, Italian Prime Minister Draghi said that Italian gas stocks are at 52%.
Trump's about to speak in Tennessee to backhand the D voters. Great points, Cap. Let him leave him. Pretty sure he's about to be arrested, so he may want to lay low. Yeah, he probably wants to go on vacation somewhere nice. I would be surprised if he gets arrested. They have this like unsaid thing where they say they're going after presidents, but there's this unsaid thing where there's a pretty big note. Italian government will not get all the Russian gas supply, which was requested on June 18th. That impacts UGA and UNG. Thank you. Thanks for the list. I appreciate it. Thank you, intern. Happy summer vacation helping daddy out. I was asking my daughter to generate a list of people that have financially supported this channel so that we can have a little bit of a thank you to supporters. And I was talking to Joe Donut on the phone, and my phone died. My new iPhone. I have a problem with that too. Just a heads up, if any of you guys have my real phone number out there, and I haven't contacted you, it's because I went from an Android to an Apple, and it didn't transfer all of my contacts over. Long story. So, okay, we've got some support down below here at 365.77. Next leg down would be 363. So if you're looking for a buy zone, you're looking for VWAP, or slightly below VWAP, you're also looking for 363.18 if you want to take another trade higher. That's what I would expect it to happen. The other thing to take note of, though, here is I'm watching the VIX right now, and the VIX, when I'm looking at the VIX on the daily chart right now, it looks like it could squeeze higher here for end of the day. But at the same time, it really does look like it's getting pretty weak here. They're gonna have some capitulation. I also want you to know that the HFTs, the robots, just switched from 360p on June 17th to 370c. 240,000 calls just came in on 370c at 48 cents on the SPY. So a bunch of SPY buyers here. They're looking for that bull flag trade higher right where we are right now. Just heads up on that. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So it's 1:39 in the afternoon. We'll get into the power hour time around 3 p.m. First, I want to say thank you to like your wife's boyfriend, Quinn Invests, Winky. He's also known as RedFi. I want to say thanks to anyone out there that's been a long time friend, like Brad. There's a ton of you guys out there. I got a friend up in Montana. That I want to thank my attorney too. Like anybody out there that has followed along, like Tesla Wolf, Eric Hagar, Agent Bubblegum, Chaz Wilson, Vol Plateau, at Jedi Marcus, Brad, another badass, Counts Blown Up, Sonova, Little SpaceX, just some gangsters that are out there. Chansu, Christopher, Baba, Figuring Out Money, of course, Markets and Mayhem, Vonderquant, Jesus, K10, your wife's boyfriend, Ben Godfrey, my man, Benny Mac, my man, like hardcore, longtime friends. Okay, so supporters of the channel, I want to give some shout outs to Jorgen, to Ben, Jose, Matthew, Anthony, James, Jordan, Ben, Benjamin Godfrey, Brad, Tom Pacheco, Keith Bean, Brad, Bonnie, Douglas, Cody. Who else? This is going back like a month and a half, I think. Jason, William, Dan Breslin, Tomas G, Samuel U, Jordan S, T. Kian, Henry A, Jason F, Jacobus, Nick P, Kevin M, Standard Mobile Company, whoever you are. Well, that might be me paying a bill. My wife or somebody stealing money. Denny L, Catherine, Dustin Bailey, Joshua K, Bart O, Jessica G, Jordan S, Pro Rollers, whoever you are, whatever hedge fund you are, Kelly Sommers, L. Rams, James DeRossi, L. Rams again, Bronson Baby, Chris S, Kelly S, David G, Pro Rollers, right on, my brother. So I want to say thanks to anybody that's helped support, keep this channel alive, helps keep Twitter alive as well, putting this information out there for you guys. And I've got a whiskey here, a bourbon. So I'm going to do a toast with you guys. This is like you guys bought me a drink, a beer, bourbon, or whatever. I want to say thanks to all the support. Please click on that like and subscribe button. I want to say thanks to all you guys out there. I know you guys don't always agree with me. I know sometimes I rub some of you the wrong way. I apologize for that. As long as you guys keep it, you guys can always fuck with me. I'm fine with that. Well, you guys can disagree with me. You guys can fade me whenever you want. So those calls are now up to 57 cents. They were at 46 cents and now up to 55 cents. Just a heads up that we got dip buyers in the house on 370C. I just want to say thanks to all of you guys out there for sticking by me. I don't care if, like, you know, it's weird. Like, I'm not out there trying to be like 2 million followers with blonde hair and some flashy background shit. And I'm not looking for churn. I'm not looking for like, you know, 1 million fucking followers. I could have 2 followers. It could be me and Joe Donut and like Chaz hanging out and fucking off and sailing. It could be me and you, RS, hanging out here all day long. Me and Trade and Fi hanging out all day long. Ergo and I just hanging out here all day long. I'm gonna be fine with that. If there's 5 of you watching me, we'd do that together alone. So I care more about the friendship and the where we go than anything else. And I want you guys to know that's true. That's part of living life, right? We're all here living our lives, and so I want you to know that I'm very grateful to you all out there. Here we go, right? Looking at that nice little bull flag down below, trying to take it traded higher. We got a little bit of resistance here at 369 above. 369 is right up here. We'll lower this down a little bit. 369 and and change. See if we can squeeze higher. I think we're gonna squeeze higher. I'll be honest with you. I think we're gonna squeeze higher here, unless this is an HFT that's just in for a second. I think we're gonna get that squeeze now. I think we're about due for it. Yeah, I love all you guys out there. Jay Rowland, my man. I should have brought you up, Jay. Pinky, my man. There's a bunch of you in there. There's a bunch of others of you in here too. We got Mary out there. Mary Garrison's out there somewhere. I got a bunch of different people. Evan, good to see you. Love all you guys out there. There's a long list of fucking names. There's probably like 500 names that I have to actually go over. At least 500 names. Hardcore friends. Like, if I follow you, you follow me. I follow you on Twitter too. Blinky's like, I just want that 369. Right on, Matt. Love you too, brother. So right up here we got, let's look at this real at a close level. We got 369.08, 369.40. But I'll be honest with you, this looks like a squeeze, but because, I'm gonna tell you I think it's a squeeze because I think we're gonna squeeze the 370.93. And the reason I'm saying that to you, there is some resistance up here, but I'm saying it because the HFTs are on this trade. You got robots on this trade. Maybe there's some news gonna come out in 5 or 10 minutes. Something's going on in the background. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're holding it up. Back down, or not back down quite to the initial stop, but the calls are now down to 54 cents. They got in at 48 cents or so. So just note on if you're trading this, just note that they're in at 48 cents. I think it dropped to 46 after they got in, but I think they're in right around 48 cents. Yeah, a good swing for SPY next week would be Wednesday calls on a low here. You could possibly you could at some point today. We're more than likely going to retest 362. Let's look at another retest. Where else could we retest today? It's a good question. Let me take a peek over here. It's a very fair question, and I haven't thought about it today. If we were going to retest a low today, maybe 360.68 could get a retest. I doubt we go there, but there could be a possibility of one last slap down to 360. If you were looking for like a trade for next week, I would be patient and hope that we can get a trade down to 360. If you're like, I don't want to wait for that trade, if we don't retest 360, I would look for a retest of 362.17 or so, right around there, so that you'd want to at least retest this 362. And I haven't looked to see what the low was in the overnight yet. I should look deeper into this, but I haven't, to be honest with you. I don't think the low is that high. I don't think we had a low that was actually that low. So a few places of interest would be the previous low from yesterday. I think it was 364.15 is one to take note of. 362.17 and then 360.18 would be another place. Like 3 notable places to look into towards end of day, so that you could take a trade. Yeah, they're still in those calls right now. Those 370Cs are down to 33 cents. They're still in them. They haven't gotten out of them yet. They're now up to 244,000 calls on 370C. So they're still in them. They're still watching them. As a matter of fact, I might buy some calls here again. Yeah, we squeezed right higher again. We're back to third. So hold on. So I'm in at 38 cents right now. So I'm in 370Cs for 38 cents on calls. If they get up to like 50, 60 cents once more, I'll put a stop loss on them. If we start to break down if we break this consolidation right here, I'll be looking to get out of those calls somewhere down in here. I'll sell them below here. So I'm in if any of you are in calls right now, I'm in some calls. So we'll see what happens here. Now I'm starting to sweat bullets again. So every time I'm in a trade, I'm always panicky. I always say you got to trade with no emotion. I try that, but it's not easy. Yeah, right there. We'll see if this this cross holds or not. Some of you guys will call it a golden cross. Some of you guys will call it death cross. So I just put a cross on there for you. We'll see if this crosses over or not. We don't want it to cross over. I don't know if you know that. I'll bring my cursor over here. You don't want to see a cross down below. And you definitely don't want to see a break of this. So if you watch my cursor over here, you don't want to see this fail and roll and break through this cross and down. If it breaks this part of the cross, it spells death. It's like a simple, basic trading rules. You see that it didn't break here, right? Looking for that same kind of a move up here. Calls in there up to 45 cents. I'm going to wait to put a stop on it until it breaks above 50 to 60 cents. I'd really like to at least capture 50 or 60 cents or 65 cents or so in this trade. Make you guys some money here. There we go. We're up now up to 48 cents, 49 cents. It's already a 20% winner or so. That's 20% trade right now. Just on that one dip, that was a 20% trade. If we get 50 cents, I'm gonna put another stop on it up here. It's a free trade every day. See if we can break through here or not. We do have some resistance fading above, which is good to see. Price target right now 371. See if we can see. See if we can do a nice little break above here. Winky's looking for 369.69. At least by 4:20 in the afternoon. Coming up to the end of the day, it's 1:51. We've got 2 hours left. We know we usually get some pretty decent moves. Days like to get some fierce action here. I do want to warn you that it is, if you don't already know, it is quad witching. You can see some violent moves take place as we head into the close today. The only thing I would say to you on days like OPEX days like today is if you do see a violent move, if you see anything move like this up and down, that let's say you get caught in a put or you get caught in a call, that you would not sell it, but add that bottom if it happens, so that you don't get ultra fucked. Oftentimes you'll see fair kick in. Let's say if you watch my cursor, let's just say we fail down here and bloodbath it down to 360 or whatever. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. Well, hold on here. I don't know why this isn't working. There we go. So we're actually at like what 371 right there. So I do want you to be aware as we head into the close. A couple things I want you to know here is that they'll try to kill options in here as we head into the close. Sometimes there's a pin because they've got long puts or long calls that they've held for months and months and months. So it could go sideways, but oftentimes in quad witching, sometimes you'll see some really wild movements. Not so much in SPY, typically in specific tickers. So you might see like a Tesla, let's say, drop 70 points and then climb 90 points. You might see kind of craziness like that take place. So just be aware of that as we trade this. Let me move this up just a little bit more here. Hold on here. Move this down a little bit here. There we go. Get you guys a little bit more. Okay, there we go. You guys now have four rows. Sometimes you'll see some craziness in individual tickers on an OPEX where they'll go wild for a little bit, and you'll see fast movements. If you see those fast movements, typically, if let's say you rocket ship down, you'll grab that bottom rather than just cutting your calls, and then you'll see a rocket ship back up, and you're kind of cursing yourself. Sometimes you'll see us rocket ship up, right? You'll see us grind really, or you'll see a ticker go to the moon, and you'll think, oh yeah, it's a good time to buy a call. Probably not. It's probably a good time to buy a put as we head into the close. We have 2 hours left. It's 1:54 in the afternoon. I'm banking on some squeezing into the close here today. That's the side that I'm taking. So if there is any weakness, I'll add to a long position into that close. You should also start to be considering wanting to buy, like, I forget who it was that said something above, but are there any good trades? They asked, are there any good, it was, who asked that question? It was, forgot who asked that question above here. But are there any good trades in the next week? My best trades for next week are always spreads. These are the best. On a long weekend, spreads are your fucking friend. I tell you what, they're your fucking friend. So if you're looking for like a trade for next week, if you can't buy a spread, then I would say get some time on some calls, like 1 to 3 weeks minimum, so that you can at least not get theta burned over the weekend and still capture a trade higher. So if we don't capture that put gamma squeeze over the weekend or today into the bell, if it comes over the weekend, you just don't want to deal with theta, right? You want to deal with opening up 50 points, 70 points, 100 points, take your money on the opening bell on Tuesday and walk away, make yourself a mojito and, find a man or woman to want to date with or something. I'd say best of TikTok, right on. It's you, bro. Yeah. So so that's what you want to be doing. If you don't know how to take spreads, I can actually talk you through it if you want. I don't know what site you're on. I don't know what level options you can trade. I can talk you through it. Talk you through a credit spread, talk you through a debit spread if you wanted to. Because you can just manually take those trades, do those trades. If you don't know how to do spreads of any kind, I always recommend to people to start out at least doing them on like Options AI. I think it's options.ai. I think it's called options.ai, I think is the name of the site, or it's optionsai.com. You can actually quickly just get a feel for spreads, and they'll place the trades for you. It's like an intro to spreads. They give you basic butterflies and basic condors and basic debit spreads and credit spreads. At least gives you the structure and the confidence. The only problem with them is you can't cut legs off. But if you're just buying calls and buying puts, it's a great entry. It's like the Robin Hood of spreads. So there we go. We're trading higher. We're now at 61 cents. This is not this right now, but start to put a limit sell on your spreads. Bring it to like 55 or 50 cents or 60 cents. I think 60 is a little low. So I'm gonna put a limit on my calls right now. And these are just like 0 dates, Give me a second here. So I got a stop limit order in. Damn it, come on now. I'm at 50 cents on a stop limit order. We'll see if this holds. I bought them at 38 cents. If I get stopped out right here, so I guess the next question would be if I get stopped out right here, let's say we bump down and I get stopped out of this trade, I'll just look to re-enter it once more. So watch my cursor. If we trade down here, right, I'll look to re-enter that trade once again. If it's at 38 cents, I'll buy it again at 38 cents. If it's down here at 20 cents, I'll buy it again. Does that make sense to you guys where we are right now? The limit stop. So I'll see if I get, so I'm at 51 cents right now. We'll see if I get tagged out of this trade or not. I still haven't tagged out of it. I'm right at the level where it should tag out. So if I tag out of this trade, I'll look for another entry a little bit lower. If I can get it again at like 48 cents or 30. Yep, so I just triggered. Now I'm down to now 47 cents. I can do another buy-in. 46 cents. I can do another buy-in. So I maintained my profit. I didn't lose any money on that trade. So that trade, the crazy part about this trade was this trade lasted all of 5 minutes, 148. Basically lasted until 12 minutes. It lasted. A safe way to buy 0 dates. You can buy them on SPX. Some guys will buy SPX. Some guys will trade this on futures. I used to trade futures. I don't trade futures anymore. But quick, fast money, easy money, and I can rebuy this trade right now and trade this higher.
In 2 hours now, 2 hours to the cash equity close. The U.S. 10-year yield at 322. The Dow up 80 points. The S&P up about 20 handles.
So just an internals update, unless the speaker comes back on. The New York Stock Exchange volume right now is 841 million shares, 76% above its 3-month average. Advancers led decliners only slightly, 1.8 to 1. Nasdaq volume. Now Nasdaq is in has more damage than S&P 500. A very scary place for Nasdaq right now. Their volume was 3.47 billion shares compared to the New York Stock Exchange of 841 million shares. We had 3.47 billion shares, 5% above its 3-month average. Advancers led decliners slightly higher at 2.2 to 1. The VIX index is down 5% at 3120. And note that today is triple witching. It is quadruple witching, but it really is triple witching. No, it's not today. It's just quad witching the month. It's the dates are different for all the witchings. So I'm back in some calls at 52 cents. We're at 59 cents right now in calls. Just watching right now. I have no stops on this trade right now. I should probably put some stops in though. I'm going to put some stops in down below at 48. I'll lose some money in this trade. I think we're going higher here. So I got some stops down below at 52 cents. Wait a minute here. I'm fucking this up. So I think we're going to blast higher here. So I came in blasting. Let's see if we can bring this up here a little bit. Get a clearer view of what's going to happen here. As we're looking at here, we're breaking above. Well, no, not breaking above. Yeah, no, we're not quite breaking above resistance here. This really isn't matching up too well, is it? See if we can move this down a little bit. Yeah, 369. That's about it right there. Close. You see that resistance again at 369 and change, 360.25, 369.25 or so. There's a little resistance there. Big pin is above at 371. Yeah, Botchland's saying that top of the hour, 2 p.m. algo reset as well. It's 203. Now have 254,000 calls on 370C. So there are some players in the market looking for that squeeze up into the close currently. I still don't like watching the VIX right now. The VIX is kind of pissing me off. I really want to see the VIX sell off into the bell. And I never like seeing this. I never like over time. It's been a few hours now. Going back to like 9 o'clock, it's just been resting. I'm gonna take a look at a longer time frame in the VIX. Yeah, I don't like seeing this. I want to see a nice fat drop off on the VIX, not a squeeze on the VIX. Be careful here. I just got stopped out of calls again. I think I just got triggered. I did just get triggered. I got triggered out of calls and it went back to 54 cents. Motherfuckers. I just got stopped out. I should just stop dicking around and buy some calls and don't put a stop on it. Well, I gotta reset my stuff here. Fuck is going on here? Make it a roll in the market here, right here. Still have a lot of call buyers here. Still 254,000 call buyers on 370C. I'm not in anything right now. I'm still flat. I'm going to miss this fucking trade. I'm going to be pissed. Fucking around stop losses. We're going to blast off here. You guys ready for a blast off? I'm chasing now. All right. I'm fucking chasing. I'm in at like 60 cents. I hate fucking chasing. I'm gonna get caught in this. I know I am. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna lose some money here. Fuck. Over here getting greedy. Hey, what's up, Stocks Thomas? How are you? Broke a rule. I don't know how I'm So I just texted Joe Harper and I were talking about sailboats earlier today. So now I'm upside down on my fucking calls. I'm upside down by 10% or so, 9%, 8%. So I'm locked in now, bitches. Hey, Sid, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, Sid. Thanks for joining us. It's good to see you, my man. Yeah, let's put the put flow back up for you guys, too. Let's put this back up for you. Let's look at this. It's not that heavy right now. It's all small players. These are all day traders. I'm looking for like, you'll see them come through. You'll see like $2, $3, $4 million. You see the cross over here. I don't want to see this cross. So if you watch my cursor, I don't want to see us break this right here where my cursor is. If it does, right, there's a better buy down below here. So we'll leave this. We'll extend this. This would be where you're looking for to really buy a dip. And then these two lines right here, this is, let me see if I can, this is like intraday vol triggers right here. So it's all moving as we go along the day. Like an intraday vol trigger. Here's your S1. Somewhere right here. And then your vol trigger is going to be right here. This is also your S2. Actually, you can just put your volatility trigger down here. Just make it like this. Make it easy. It's not real, but the point would be that if we do break down, you want to be able to catch a dip here. This is the real, like, this is volatility in here. And then I could do like this. you want to see, if it breaks down, you want to see, a trade higher like that. If it doesn't, your next place would be right here to buy to go up for this next move higher. It's going back to demand to find more fuel for a trade higher. Now, if we break through this level right here, right? Excuse me. You're then going to be looking for, this isn't going to be working here. Let me get rid of this one. And I'm still long right now. If you were to see we break down here, right? And you start grinding in here, kind of nonsense. It's really not cool either, right? That's going to show you distribution, right? Look for rejection. You take that short low. That's horrible. Look at that. It's like the worst drawing I could ever give. Still long here. Still some nice support in here. This is another setup for a roll. I want you guys, if you're a bull, this is setting up to roll. We could squeeze here too. I'm long right now. I'm back to almost even. I'm at even right now, and I think we are going higher here. I think the move is higher. And I think the move is to 371. There is some resistance here at 369. There's some volatility as well at 368.29. If this resistance is too much, though, we will roll it down until we find some support. Some of the key levels are 366.89. Another one would be 366.04. And then down here at
WTI crude futures holding near the lows of the day with about 20 minutes to go to the close. We've given back about 7% today alone in WTI crude, 105.76.
Intraday real support down below here, 363.06. You see our S2 should be a little bit higher somewhere down here. This line moves as well. If they ladder in with supply down below, you'll see gray areas show up down below here. Right now I've got laddering up above, so I'll stay in this trade with you. Yeah, if you, hey Captain Ron, good to see you, brother. So energy, if you guys want to know my take on energy, I think your safest, well, I don't know. The best trade right now in energy is probably the energy refineries and producers to an extent. Probably your best trade, like the most confident trade. Your best paying trade is more than likely going to be gas until the war ends. There should be no, like if you want to bottom the buy with danger and risk exposure, probably gas. Oil trade traditionally ends sometime around now, like mid-June, mid-July. The oil trade itself usually ends and then they pull it back for a winter trade. Now I know we've still got like the oil shortages and all that kind of stuff. I like the XLE trade still, but I think that just looking at a year, you're looking for a decent dip to buy. And also XLE was showing some real I'll bring XLE up. So like XLE was showing some real break of, here we go, baby, push it up. Give me that fucking squeeze. Give me that spy squeeze. Squeeze it up for me. Making money on a Friday with all of y'all. Second day making money with you guys out here, right? Trading this week, right? We traded a couple days ago on Wednesday, did it again today, making some money. So we're at XLE. And we'll quickly. Looks like we'll get some, we'll see. It looks like we're going to go for some support lower. We're going to quickly look, we're just briefly look at XLE. And see this area right in here, like this whole area? This is kind of like accumulation, right? Push up, accumulation, leg higher, right? This is distribution, right? Took the money and ran, and now it looks like they're going to do this kind of a thing and then leg it down, right? But you've got more distribution or more accumulation here in this zone. And what I really like to see here is, I don't think we're going down here $50, but it would be nice to see us like maybe in a low trade to $60. I don't think we get that deep at like 60, 65. Something like that would be nice to see on XLE. And it's more about greed than anything. I don't know that we get that low. This is a good place to buy a dip on XLE right now, believe it or not. I think it's a good place to buy a dip on XLE. But there's 3 places to buy a dip on XLE. You just got them right now, right? 74, 60, and 50. All good places to add to an XLE. An XLE bet. So if you wanted to buy XLE or buy into gas and energy, if you think the trade is over, it's probably not over. It's probably going to be the safest investment that you could have going into end of year, but it's probably going to be weak into end of summer, if I had to guess, like a macro view. And it'll take some time to accumulate, people to accumulate again through summer, and then that push higher. Squeezing higher now at 65 cents. I'm fucking myself for my calls right now, right? So we talk about that, right? Do I just unfuck myself, then get better positioning? Now up to 67 cents on my calls. So do I just sell out and take my money and then look for a better repositioning here? Or do I stay in them? I'm in them. I haven't gotten out of them. I'm looking for the squeeze higher. I don't want to get left behind here. If they burn, I'll add down at S1 or S2. I'm not going to sell them either. I'll just fucking diamond hand these shits into the fucking bell. Diamond hand calls into the bell today. Yeah, I'm doing the voice. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to diamond hand some calls into the bell. I'm going to pump it. Here we go, baby. Here we go. 368.28, 368.28. Push it. We got nobody above. We got nobody. No resistance above. Looking for a move to 371. Crank it. Winky's over there like, please, Lord Jesus, get me out of my calls. Now I'm trading at 73 cents on 74 cents on 370 Cs. Just pushing higher. Pushing higher. The OGs, the bot spotted at 48 cents. They're almost at 100% profit at this point. 75 cents, 76 cents. OGs, HFTs, HAL 3000 is in calls right now. Trading up to 74 cents for a moment there. OG, HAL's on point today. He's at 100%. We've got 259,000 calls. Now trading to 69 cents on 370 Cs. HAL don't give a fuck. HAL's making his money today. The old school bots are in the house making their money in this market. Now trading 75 cents on 370 Cs. They were as low at one point as 33 cents. Went as deep as 33 cents. As a matter of fact, we had 2 kick-ass bumps on 370s. So I gotta watch my shit over here. Watch my position real quick. We're gonna raise some stops up here, so don't get stopped out. So you just the 20-minute play right now, and there's some decent money to be made in this market right now. Just in a 20-minute play, some real good money to be made right now. I love you, Winky. I love you a lot. You're like my man crush. Yep. Now to back up to 70 cents on 370C. If you guys are lagging right now, if you guys are trying to trade with us at any time, go down to your YouTube player on the cog wheel on the bottom right hand side. Click on it. Hit increase playback speed to the highest setting. I'll sound like a wacky cartoon character for about 15 seconds. Then you'll be real time with me, so you can follow me on these trades and not have to follow behind on these trades as we trade them. You're going to get some movement in the price, too. You're going to get 10-point swings as we move up here. H-pump, you'll get a 10-cent swing. See if we can push up to this 371. You can tell there's premium built into this move right now because we are swinging so high and low. HFTs are in at 30. No, they're in at 48 cents. But we did go as low as 38 cents at one point, and they're still diming handing at this point. They're still long. Yeah, all day traders in here trading the SPY. I don't see any big money coming in yet. I'm trading this based upon two facts, right? We got dealers that have to buy back future. Well, not back. Buy back future. They can do all kinds of stuff. I don't know how they hedged or became delta neutral on that hedge trade. You don't really know what it is, but they're either be buying back some shit, they're be closing some shit. And I'm working off the assumption that dealers have to buy back this market into the close. If they don't buy back this market into the close, they're sure as hell are going to have to buy it back into into the Tuesday open, unless we see at least a few $1 billion, if not multiple billions of dollars in hedging. And we have not seen that this past week. We've seen the whale buy his hedging. But we have not seen, it's probably Kathy fucking Woods, to be honest with you. But outside of that whale buy and their hedging, we haven't seen the big bank hedging as of yet today. It's 2:20 in the afternoon. We got an hour and 40 minutes left to the regular trading hours, also known as cash market, and we have not seen that trade come in today. I'm going to guess that those banks are going to be looking to place that trade at a higher number. I think they want to place that trade at 400, 410. At least somewhere in there. I don't think they want to place that trade at 360 or 350, whatever the fuck these bears are saying that they're these. I think they're gonna buy outside the money puts higher, at a higher price. They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait till we get up to 400 or near it, and then they're gonna slap on some outside the money puts, right? That are dated 6 months out or 3 months out, and they're gonna place them down at 320 or 280 or whatever it is. I just don't think that happens right now. That's my take. So, I don't know. Oh, shit. PRTY looks like it wants to short the gap. Yeah, if you speed it up, right, I'll eventually, within like 15 seconds, I'll sound normal again. And you guys will be actually live. What happens is that the live stream, YouTube delays the live stream by 15 seconds. So when they delay that stream, it's like an automatic thing that I can't control. So you can get the live stream within like 3 seconds of me speaking if you speed me up. Now, I'll go back and check that every hour or two when I'm watching somebody else live stream. I used to watch live stream was I used to watch what's his face, Mr. Yen. That guy taught me so much on how to trade, so much that I didn't have, like so many things that guy put out there. So he's one of the guys I used to follow, and follow him trade. That guy is whether he gets it right or wrong, or some people hate him, whatever. I know that people give him a lot of shit, but Mr. Yen, I love that guy. Like that guy taught me so much shit. The scripts that he gave me, I don't use those scripts on stream with you guys because I don't want to steal his shit. I never want to steal his stuff and claim as my own. But that guy would give out free scripts to people. Gangster trader. So that's if you guys want to follow someone in real time, that's what you do. And I think Winky's talked about that multiple times in stream too, or somebody, I don't know exactly who, saying speed up your playbacks. He was streaming today? Fuck yeah. I need to watch one of his streams. I haven't focused. I haven't watched one of his streams in a long period of time. I need to like on a non-stream day, like find out when he's streaming and just follow along with him and trade with him, because I like trading with him. And I'm glad that he's still fucking alive. I hope that they don't ever try to kill his ass. I hope that he's I hope he lives to be like fucking 90 years old and he's a cranky asshole bastard. I hope he gets crankier as time moves forward. I always love that about him. Fucking fighter to the end. You're not a fucking trader. I'll tell you what, if you're not a fucking fighter, you're not a fucking trader. You got to be a fighter. That's what it's all about, being a fighter. Now up to 75 cents on those calls. Down to 72 cents. Still pushing. Rechecking that high again. We'll see if we get a roll over here or not. Target above, still 371. Below we have some support raising up. I want you guys to see that right now, okay? So this support over here, 367. Major support now, 366. So we're going to move this S1 up here. Yeah, right around that. We're looking at some nice support down below here. This is looking really good right now. 367.35. So it's even higher. It's right here. So let's look at 366.60. We're getting some nice push here. This is really good. This is we're gonna squeeze. We're probably gonna squeeze up here. More than likely. Get some real nice support in here. Sorry, I got a whiskey hiccup of all things. There we go. Building some nice support in here for a leg higher. You can see it on the chart here on the right-hand side and this right here.
5 minutes now. 5 minutes to close of pit trading in energy markets for the week.
See if we can move this up a little bit. Get this to correspond some more.
S&P futures back above 3,700, up about 0.75% now, and the S&P minis pushing back towards the best levels of the day.
Yep, so you can see
the
this
U.S.
here.
10-year yield at 3.226%, down about 3 basis points on the day.
You can see above this kind of corresponds now. On the right-hand side of my screen, you can see that buyers are in control. You can see that sellers are not in control at this point. You can also see above me that you don't have 100,000 sellers until above. We're actually going to quickly take a look above and see where the real sellers have retreated to. And they have now retreated to 371. So they have retreated at this point. We are seeing strength in buyers at this point. We are seeing a retreat of the sellers to 371. Earlier this afternoon and this morning, they were much lower. They're at 368, 367. Earlier than that, they're now retreating to 372, above, much higher above. So I'm long this market to 372. If there's any weakness at all, I'm going to buy it. Thanks for the heads up, Wink, on 364's low tick from January. Ryan Birch is also saying 375 was bottom of expected range at the beginning of the week. All great. If you guys have any great facts like this, you want to throw them in chat. Always good to hear these things, to know. 375 was bottom of expected range at the beginning of the week. Yeah, we haven't had a squeeze in a while. We're going to get one. We're lining up for a squeeze right now. We're lining up for either a squeeze somewhere right here, somewhere down in here. So we're lining up for everything's saying we're squeezing higher into this close. Even if we sell down below here, we've got S1. Oh, wait a minute. We've got a dip buy down here. We got a dip buy over here. You can see VWAP coming up to this S1 and this S2. Now, if you're not in a trade long yet at this point, there's a couple good places to get in long. You see where we are consolidating right now. We can draw another little consolidation line, aka a bull flag. Down here, we can draw one of these in, and you can see how you trade this up with us live. Another small bull flag for the next leg up. You've got S1 and S2 down below. If you're a bear and you want to see some failure, you're looking for 372 higher here. You do know, though, if we squeeze up here, we could continue to squeeze. If you're a bearish, you want to see a break of this 366. You could trade this down as 363. And then you'd want to be taking the next trade. I think it's 363 to 360, and then 360 to 358, and then the big trade would be 358 and lower to 350. Chase, thanks for that heads up. I appreciate that. So Tommy Thornton had a webinar today, and he suggested squeeze very possible. Yeah, I see the squeeze happening into this close too. If you don't see it in this close too, that's the other thing. You know, if you don't see it in this close, you're going to see it into Tuesday. It's unless you see major put flow hedging coming in. We're not seeing it. We're not seeing the waterfall hedging flow coming in at this moment. We got SPY 71 375C just came out, $377,000. So that's a nice high. You also want to see that. You also want to see calls that are farther dated at higher strikes. That's positive for the market. Yeah, you'll probably see that today. I'm going to add to my position right now. We're coming down to 52 cents. So I'm going to do some dollar cost averaging here. I'm going to add some, now we're at 50 cents. So I'm going to be buying, I'm going to be looking to add to this, I'm going to add a, hold on, let me put this up here. I just bought some at 50 cents. I wish I didn't catch the 48 cents. And I'll buy some more at S1 and S2 even if we do sell off. I'm going to keep adding this 370. I want to buy the 372. They're only 16 cents, but I'm afraid that I don't want them to get burned. They could get burned down to like 1 penny or 3 pennies and then come up to 4 pennies. So I'm going to stick with the 370Cs. Do some dollar cost averaging as we trade this. I'm looking for dip buys down below here at S1 and S2 for the close. I'm going to throw another rack on at 40 cents too. Seems fucking getting greedy here. Hang tight. I missed it. Fuck. So I just... so calls were 41 cents for a second, they went to 41 cents. I want to catch them at like 40 cents. Give me like a 40-cent call and then a 30-cent call and a 20-cent call. There we go. All right, so I've got an order in at 41 cents. They just filled. Just going to gradually just buy my way into this trade. So what I'm doing here is I bought down here. My first buy-in was down here somewhere. It was right here. Traded this up, took some profit. Bought again right here, and added some up. No, sorry, took this trade here. And then this trade right here, I ended up buying at 60 cents. I stayed in that trade, added at 50 cents, and just now at 41 cents. If I can add some down here at 30 cents, and even 20 cents, I'm still confident in this trade heading higher here. And I'll get crazy down here. I'll start adding racks and racks, like 300, 400, 500 blocks into the close. Yeah, what I'm looking for is for this to hold over here. I'm looking for this 366.76 or so. This line right here, this last line, this is the one that I want to hold. I'll make this yellow. This one right here. That's the one that I want to hold. I don't want that one to break. And if you look over here, this is 365 down here. Sometimes you'll see like that quick dip below, and then we rocket higher. Sometimes you'll see like you'll see like a move down here, right, just below VWAP, and then we'll start making that move higher. And the orange yellow line here is that VWAP. Sometimes you'll see that move down, but as I'm averaging down here, I don't want to miss that trade higher. So that's a cost of doing business, and so I'll pay that cost of doing business so I don't get left behind. What I don't want to happen is say, what I don't want to have. Where's that fucking thing again? What I don't want to happen, this doesn't always happen, but what I don't want to happen is to see us rip higher here and say, well, shit, I was waiting for this, or I was waiting for down lower.
Quarterly Starbucks, their North American head is departing the chain.
I'd rather buy it here, buy it here, buy it here, because my
Rosman Williams played a key role in Starbucks' response to unionizing workers, according to this report. They're going to take an Asia Pacific executive to replace him. Sierra Bravo Uniform X-Ray.
some weakness from the bulls. The bears are stepping in right now. Got more sellers than buyers currently. We'll check the levels down below here again. A little bit of laddering coming in. I want you to be aware of what this is right here. I want you guys to see this. Some laddering down below. Some draw and pull. I want you to see this right here, this laddering right here that's coming into the market. This is demand saying, please, please come down. I want to catch the run up. 358, 360, 363. This wasn't here earlier. It is here now. It's trying to drag us down even lower. So we're going to leave that right there, just where we are. We'll see if this holds. Starbucks, the head of North American Starbucks is saying what? Hold on a second here. The head of North American Starbucks, Roseanne Williams, is going to leave the company. Had played a major role in the response to nationwide unionization efforts. Let's take a look at. We'll bring up Starbucks. See what's going on in Starbucks real quick. We'll load that up. Well, let's take a quick look at squeezing higher now. Look at still have that nice support breaking through. We're testing Tesla here at 654. I am going to expect a move higher to 700 into the bell possibly. It is possible. Sometimes Tesla will sell off on a Friday. People will take their money and run. Today, I'm going to give the edge to the bulls. If there's weakness to 630, maybe a close at 660. But I'm going to give some edge to the bulls today. I'm going to give them a chance. They get a chance to squeeze it up to 700 into the bell. I don't think they get that high, but I'll give them that chance. How about that? If you got a 50-point squeeze, I've seen quad witchings with Tesla sell off like $70, then close $90 higher. I've literally seen Tesla do this on today in the past. Now, we're not in that same environment right now, but I have seen it. Now, so I'm going to give some edge to them. Let's take a look at Starbucks. On a larger time frame, they're sitting on major support at $72. Let's add some more time on from the cloud on the Starbucks. When's their earnings? Anybody know? Maybe we can get Winky to weigh in on Starbucks. Oh, dude, look at Starbucks. Holy shit. You guys want to see? So I charted this for you guys on Starbucks a long time ago. If you go back to one of my videos, I chart these and put these up, then we come back to them. Fucking A, man. Look at this. So this is what I charted for Starbucks. And look where we traded to. Look at that, huh? Saved by the bell down here. Look at that. Should we start? We charted this on a live stream. That's right. That's right. Look at that. Look at that. That makes me so warms my fucking soul. See the bottom save down below here. Had an announcement come out on Starbucks right now that Roseanne Williams is exiting the company. On Starbucks, all coincidental, right? How this worked. I haven't fucked with this chart at all. Nothing. This is crazy. I love seeing this shit. Oh boy, looking kind of fucking bullish, huh? Lower low over here. Announcement right here. Boy, this looks bullish to me. That'd be a nice trade for earnings season, huh? Look at that earnings season trade. Look at how fucking crazy this looks. Like you're talking about, we charted this a long time ago. I mean, look at that, right? We always talk about catching knives. We always talk about where to buy the dip, dollar cost averaging, where is it going to go next? And it's almost the same, right? You're going to look for consolidation in here for the next leg up. Accumulation, right? Next leg, accumulation, next leg. Do you care if it actually gets up there? Fuck no. What do? You buy Starbucks down here and you sell OTM puts. Dated, I don't know, let's date them for July. Date them for their ER. Date them for, I would say August at the latest. Free money. This is all free money right here. Starbucks, free money. Guarantee it. Unless we have a market moving event, which you should already have. SPY, putback spreads on. Starbucks, free fucking trade. Double bottom. We charted this months ago. There you go. Jesus Christ. Sorry if you're a Jesus lover. I apologize. Starbucks, baby. I'm going to go with buy Starbucks stock, sell outside the money puts expiring into their ER report. That's what I'm going to tell you to do. With confidence. That's my trade of the week right there. Starbucks. Yeah, look at that. I'm making money in my calls again. Woo! So what did I talk to you about? Let's take a look back at the SPY real quick, right? What did I say? I said, I'm confident that we're going long into the close. I said, my view is that we're long in the close. I said to you, oh, hold on. Damn it. God damn it. I said to you, so what's my trading plan here? And then I got stopped out a couple times. And I said, fuck it, I'm taking my stops out. I shouldn't have said that to you. But the reason I was taking my stops out is because I have a plan of buying bottoms here. So I said to you, what if I miss? And I'm just waiting for this. Now I missed my fucking trade. What if I missed it down here? I'm waiting for the S2. Right? I missed my fucking trade, right? So right now, what are we doing right now? We're blasting off. That's what we're doing. We're blasting off. That's what we're fucking doing. Right? Well, there we go. Get up there and push it. Squeeze me up there. Get me up there. 79 cents. I think I'm at 100% right now. My brokerage doesn't allow me to see how high I am. I think I've been averaging in, so I have no fucking clue where I'm at. I could try to sell them right now. 82 cents for a moment. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, stock market gods. I appreciate it, arbitrage gods. I appreciate it, fucking robots, HAL 3000. Thank you very much for validating my trade. I appreciate it, robots. Now, that's a fascinating question, Winky Face. Yeah, I forgive you. We can look at that at another time frame. So let's talk about when would I add calls for higher prices. I think the real key here is let's look at this. It's a fair question. Hang tight here. It's a fair question. Oh yeah, keep pushing, baby. Keep it up. Get up there. I gotta take a minute here because I'm in some calls right now and I don't want to get fucked up in this trade. I'm gonna move my stops. Stops now at 65 cents. I'm gonna move them to 70 cents. I don't want to get stopped. I'm gonna take stops off here. I'm taking my stops off. I'm staying in this trade. I want 372. I believe in 372. I'm gonna keep my finger on the sell trigger though. Hold on a second here. I'm already getting fucking panicky. Just give me a second. So I've got my finger on the sell button here. I believe we're going to 372. No, fuck it. I'm taking the money and running. I'm getting panicky. Just take my money and run. So I'm having a little bit of a indigestion because I'm starting to worry. I'm sweating. Okay. We'll talk. Winky asked an important question. We're going to talk about it here in just a minute. There's a key point, though. A key point. So we're at 390. I'm staying in my calls. I ain't doing shit. I'm going to show you why. And it's because of this right here. Do you see this right here? The low, the retesting of the low. Do you see this move right here in ES? I want you to follow my fucking trigger over here. This is telling me, fuck you, we're not selling right now. I want you to see that, okay? I want you to look at this over time, okay? I want you to look at this over the course of a year. I want you to look at this white pin down here. This is bulls winning right now. Whether you like it or not, that's what they're doing. So I want to show you something else here. I'm fucking losing money again. God damn it. Damn it. I didn't break even. I'm not break even. I'm slightly higher because I bought it at 40 cents. God damn it. I got to manage my shit better. All right, give me a second here. All right, we're probably going to sell that. Probably going to take their money and run, aren't they? I'm out of my fucking calls. I'm going to get out of my calls here. Like, all fucking panicky. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Wiki was asking about where do you get long again for the summer months? I think his general asking is like next 2-3 months. Let's call it July. Let's call it July and August. And selling down into September, right? Until late August, early September. So if we look at that, right, we know that we're going to have some resistance, right? You know we're going to have some resistance in here. We have some trapped bears in here, but we'll have trapped bears in here at some point. We have some gaps to close up here, right? We're going to get.
We're 15 minutes now to close the pitch rating in bond markets for the week. 3.228% in the 10-year, 3.15% in the U.S. 2-year.
So 3750 is going to be a key one. 3752. Remember this number; it's important. I think that's what it is on ES. It's different depending upon what you're doing. So 35720. I think that's what it is on. This is a big one right here. This is what it is on. This is your quarterly expiration. We're not. Well, I don't think we're getting this. We might trade up here. So anything is possible. We could trade up here and close the quarter green. It's actually more bearish. If we do close the quarter green for July and August, it's more bearish. We want to close the quarter red if you're a bull, believe it or not, because you'll get some good months coming up those following months. So this is a big one for July. You want to see a failure for Q2. You want to see Q3 close slightly green from wherever we close Q2. You just want to see it a little bit green. But these are key levels. And then for real, if you're a bull, these are your levels. You're looking for like 380. No, it's less than that. You don't want to see a failure right here. Let's call it 380. You don't want to see a failure at this one. You want to see a sideways consolidation. It's a nice round number. Then you'd want to see a sideways consolidation, and you would close all this shit up here. I don't think you're getting this. Maybe you think we are. But if we do, these are your levels, and then you'd see a failure above here. That's what you're looking for. This is generally speaking what you're looking for upcoming. If you're bullish here, these are important levels, key levels. But truthfully, I want to see where we close out the month of June. Like June 30th closing price is going to be critical and important it's going to be critical and important to tracking what do I expect. All right. So it's going to be critical and important to what I expect is going to happen so that just heads up that the dealer is just coming in cleaning out real quick. Hold on a second. Just coming in cleaning out options real quick. I got to reset up another trade here. Hold on a second. I got to buy some shit. So what you really are looking for as a trader and as an investor, hold on. So as a trader and investor, what you're really looking for, what key things that you want to know. If you're an investor, if you're a trader, if you're a bull or a bear, you're looking for some specific things. You're looking to know what the closing price of this quarter is on the 30th. You're looking to compare the two of those for Q3. You're waiting for the JPM collar to come out. you're looking for or to know what that collar is, see what our range is, right? That's the tail wagging the dog, right? They don't like to lose money in this market. To give you your trading range, you're going to expect if we close the month red, that we're going to have a green quarter, Q3, and then it'll start to sell off to be only slightly green heading into Q4. And that lines up to the volatility that will come into the market for the elections. You're going to see volatility into the elections. And the crazy part about the volatility in the elections is you should go back and study midterm elections and even presidential elections, but in particular midterm elections for how that volatility plays out, because there's some really good trades in there on the bear and bull side. And it really doesn't matter. They always drag out Art Cashin. Like they'll bring Art Cashin out and they'll be like, why didn't you sell the market because this happened? It's because they pre-planned the entire fucking trade. So Art Cashin, regardless of who's elected, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, or it doesn't fucking matter. The only thing that they care about is that the Senate can't change anything so that it's predictable for the banks, and they care unless it's positive, right? Or I guess if it's positive or negative, they'll move the market. But generally speaking, you'll see these moves pre-planned and pre-traded starting now. They'll trade this market on a lead up, and they'll trade this market for volatility in Q3. So start thinking like a bank, right? Well, how's a bank going to look at this stuff heading into Q3, Q4? I think I said Q3, Q2, but I mean Q3, Q4. On top of all the other shit you have to know about that's going on in the market, like the yen and the fucking housing crisis and the oil crisis and the gas crisis and QT, and when is QT going to rip the market apart to pieces and all that other fucking nonsense. So what do I think we're getting up to 400? Probably fucking not. I think you'll be lucky. Right now, I think you'd be lucky if we get to 380. I think you'll be lucky. I think there's gonna be a lot of sideways trading, sideways and down, and then sideways and up into July and August, and then you're gonna see the next big moves down heading into election season. But I could be wrong. We talked this morning about headline risks and what those are. The yen. We talked about the housing mortgage. How do you trade against those happening, or trade for those risks events, those left tail risks? In my view, my favorite way to trade those is with on a high buying putback spreads that are dated far out. So get some OTM ratio spreads that are dated 1 to 3 months out. Hold them throughout the entire 1 to 3 months until we have a break of the market. So somewhere from here into 400. Let's call it 370 to 400. Look to be putting on a new round of putback spreads from now into June 30th. Just buy some. They don't cost you anything. You buy them, and they either break even or make you a little bit of money, or they print fat for the next 3 months. You'll get them at some point to print fat. Put them in a separate brokerage. I tend to put those trades on a different brokerage. I don't look at them day in, day out. I don't think about them. I have got, email alerts set on TradingView for if we hit certain key levels that I get an email and a text message saying, check your shit. That's the best way to do it, too. I'm going to buy some calls here. So the best way to do it is you set up like a TradingView account. You pay for TradingView. You get sent alerts. You do an entirely different chart. And any of your hedging strategies, I always separate them. And then you do alerts to your phone or your email. And if and when that they hit, you then look at them. And you just keep them out of sight, out of mind. Don't think about your those trades. You just don't think about them. Let me scroll over here real quick. Now 2:53. This is the hour of power. We've got 7 minutes left to the day. 370 calls are now down to 36 cents, 37 cents. I'm about to enter some right now, so I'm getting ready for that. I'm looking for this next 7 minutes. Hopefully, we can get a little bit more weakness here just for a moment into the hour. I'd like to see some weakness till like 3:03, and then we're going to listen in on the imbalance from Trade the News and see if they can give us some insight if we're going to rip higher. Just a few more minutes here. We got it's 2:54, 6 more minutes. I'm going to hope that we get a little bit of weakness into the 3 o'clock hour, hopefully like 3:02, 3:03, and then hopefully it's a buy-side imbalance. I'm going to look for any kind of weakness from hedging that comes out today, if there is any hedging. Yeah, I don't see any right now. I don't see any. BPT is a good trade. I like that trade. TQQ's 33,000. UVXY, yep, I agree with that trade. 2:40 p.m. UVXY 617.17p. I agree with that trade. Some SPY trades coming into the close. AXP, oof, that's later on. That's actually a good trade. AXP, it's a bullish trade. So let's look back to the top here. I'll bring this a little bit lower so you can see the trades as they come into the bell. It's another good time for you to think about into the bell. If you're not in any trades for next week, this is a good place to be thinking about buying call spreads, not just call spreads, put spreads, call spreads. Depending on your viewpoint into next week, you should see some opportunity here heading at shit. Dude, I'm already losing my shit. I missed the trade here. It's at 48 cents. It was down to 38 cents, 36 cents, I think, at the worst. I just missed the trade talking my ass off here. I should have bought that dip. That was actually a big fucking trade right there. So think about some spreads into next week as we head into the bell. Sometimes I like to buy spreads after the bell, like 4 o'clock to 4:15, if your brokerage allows it, to try to fill a spread after the bell, because sometimes you can get some weakness into the bell and get a really good price on some spreads. I'll probably be placing a spread trade here into the bell myself. And I'm hoping for a buy here at American Airlines. Got some puts coming out, 12/16/22, 10p, $500,000 American Airlines. Let's look at American Airlines real quick. Is that American Airlines AL? No, it's it's American Airlines. It's not Alcoa. I was mixed up with Alcoa. I want to look at American Airlines over the course of all the way back to 2020. So their low back in their shittiest low back in May of 2020 was $8. Last low before that was what am I looking at here? 5 years. Let's go 5 years. It's actually not a bad trade either. American Airlines. If oil keeps dumping and we get an oil dump, I like the AAL trade too. Not those puts. I think that if I had to guess, that's a hedge. If I'm guessing, that's a hedge on American Airlines. It's dated in December. But American Airlines looks like it's going to shit the bed too, doesn't it? American Airlines right on the cusp of dying. American Airlines itself looks. It's an ugly chart. I'm not going to lie. Oh, wait a minute. Give me a second here. I'm gonna stop here for a minute. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna buy some zero dates. Easy there, buddy. 35 cents. Okay. All right, so I'm in at 35 cents. We're going to look at American Airlines just had some shit come out. So that's pretty nasty, right? Let's look at American Airlines. Last time we were down here, 2012, March 2020. They put a hedge on at $10. So my assumption would be that's a hedge. My assumption is that they're saying I'm going to take American Airlines long. That's the trade against oil, believe it or not, in gas. And what they're saying is it's a pretty big fucking bet too. They're saying that if this fails here, right?
We're coming up to the final hour of trade here. Again, it's options expiration today, and we do have a holiday closure in U.S. markets on Monday. 1 hour now to go to the U.S. cash equity close.
So I want to show you that trade.
The Dow up 95 points. The S&P at 3688, up 21 handles. WTI crude futures remain lower by close to 7% at 107.93. And the U.S. 10-year yield at 3.237%.
It's not showing up now. That AAL trade's not showing up on my screener here. Maybe it's because of the way I'm scrolling. It's a nice trade. I think it was a couple million. It was either $2 or $10 million a trade to hedge American Airlines. Maybe it's Kathy Wood's long American Airlines hedging her fucking longs. Kathy fucking Woods. Okay. Squeezing higher now. I'm in at 35 cents on calls on 370. Now trading higher to 45 cents. I am long this market into the close. If you guys want to know. I'm not flat at any point right now. There was someone putting a hedge on American Airlines in case there is a break of it. You'll notice that they dated that hedge out to December. So that hedge wasn't put for, so they didn't put a $10 or excuse me, a 10 strike P, a 10p strike on American Airlines dated for June, July, August. They didn't date it for September. They didn't date it for October. They dated it for December. So they put some time on that large. We'll look at it here. Well, let's see if we can look at it here. So I want you to see how to interpret some of this stuff. So it wasn't even $500,000. It was less. So you have 12/16/22, 10p, $500,000. That's a lot of time on that trade, right? If they were more confident so you can see that this is a hedge. You can see that they put time on it. They weren't as confident saying, yeah, American Airlines is going to shit the bed this week. Now, it can shit the bed this week, but do you see how they put some time in this trade? This is an important trade to be looking at. It's $1.24. It's dirt cheap. But you can see that they didn't just say, you guys have been with me long enough that when the market was really fucking burning, that you would just see motherfuckers come into the market and be like, fuck it. We're buying $10 million in puts that are expiring in 2 weeks. And, you know, when you see the difference in, yeah, I bought a hedge on American Airlines in December to, yeah, I bought I bought $10 million on American Airlines puts expiring in 2 weeks. You can see the drastic difference in a larger player than you and I that are placing a trade, right? They're saying, we don't know that the market's going to roll over today. We don't know that we're going to have a market crash today. I got to put more. We know the market's going down, but we need to ensure that trade prints. And so I'm assuming there's a risk officer there saying, yeah, you're not buying 2 week puts on American Airlines down to the depths of hell at $2 that is expiring in 3 weeks. Your ass is going to you want to place that trade? Yeah, man, American Airlines is going to burn. Oil's going to the moon. Okay, that's fine. I'm the risk officer. Fuck you. You're buying them for December. if you bought American Airlines June 2008 lows, it was a store of value during the crash. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. That's a better Botchland's basically saying fuck crypto. Yeah, my calls need a pump too. Okay, so it's at 304. Haven't heard nothing. Haven't heard nothing yet. Nothing on a buy side imbalance, sell side imbalance. If I hear a sell side imbalance, I might cut them loose. Sometimes that does switch. You'll see a sell side initial report and then a buy side switch as we head into the close. We got some sellers coming in. Be warned. I want you to see this right now. You see these sellers here above. These have materialized. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my calls. Now my calls are losing a little bit of money here. So right here we had some sellers step in above at 370, 368. We'll see if this works itself out to lower lows or if we're able to squeeze higher. We really need a hero to step in here, folks. We need dealers to step in and start printing us some free money. It has not happened yet today. We have not had a squeeze today. We have not had Valhalla today. Maybe they are saving it for after the bell. If you're looking to take a long, this is a good time. Right now, right where we are, is a great time to be looking at some spreads into next week. If you follow my cursor over here, if you look here, right at this 366, this 363, we talked about it earlier, that if you were looking for a low to buy spreads on, that you'd be looking for these lows. And then we got another one right here, 364.03. We'll take a look lower as well and see what the expectation would be. There's your 363 right here. And then right here is 364.95. So 364.95. We'll snap a line in there as well. Just so we have it as reference. It's going to be like a midway point between S1 and S2. We don't want to see this break right here. And we're going to put this back to where we are. Let me fix this real quick. Please like and subscribe to these videos. If you're joining us for the first time, we try to stream as much as we can. I haven't been able to stream a lot lately. It's summertime and all that other kind of shit. And I had to go through a process in my brain of what I wanted to do. CVNA, January 24th, 60C. $500,000, another $253,000 CVNA. That's actually a nice trade. When we have bear markets, bear markets for where we are, you typically only see a small percentage of stocks that do well. They don't all burn, believe it or not. We have if anywhere from 5 to 10% of the market will be a good trade. Someone's banking on CVNA, Carvana. Coming up, I wouldn't be betting on them unless it's a squeeze. Maybe we're getting a squeeze on CVNA. Or maybe it already is a squeeze and I don't even know it. I'm not even looking. I actually went to them, went to their website this week. They are hurting right now. Oh, yeah, let's look at Carvana real quick. That's actually a good fucking trade. I like that fucking trade. But Carvana, dude, the only thing... Oh, they've been going up all day long. That's why they're squeezing it. I see. I got what you're throwing down. It already is squeezing. Well, not squeezing, but it's trading higher. Dude, Carvana, this is all short covering. That's all that is. It's not a bad trade, though. But Carvana, oof. I ran through their website this week. And no bueno. This is going to be luck and coffee, guaranteed. They must be holding that trade for a quick payday at some point. Carvana. I didn't get involved in that today. That's nothing I want to be a part of. When I used to not stream, I would trade that shit. I ain't trading that live streaming. My calls are bouncing all over the place. I'm bouncing around like 35 cents, 25 cents. Somewhere in there. I haven't sold them. I'm still in long. I ain't listening to this fucking horse shit. I ain't buying into this. I'm diamond handing. I'll let them burn if I have to. If we sell into the close down to S2, I'll buy spreads for next week. So I've got no fear here. Diamond hand calls into the close. Add to them if we get down here and buy some spreads. As a matter of fact, I haven't set those up yet, but I have to. 3:08 in the afternoon. Haven't heard anything yet about buy or sell side imbalance. There shouldn't be, right?
Hit the audio.
We're good. We've got audio. Haven't heard anything yet from Trade the News. So we'll see what they have to say. Now have 300,000 calls on 370C. They're down at 28 cents. If I can get it down here, if we get down below, start cracking this VWAP or something, I'll add some more on. But otherwise, I'm sitting. If you guys want to know what I'm doing here, if you watch my cursor here, some calls. I bought some right here. If we get down here, this is going to match up to a break of this VWAP. Watch my cursor. I'll add down here if I have to. And if I have to, I'll add some more down here, even for this close. And I'll hold these, diamond hand these, right, the 0 dates right into the actual bell, like 4 p.m. And I will sell them at 3:59. I'll sell them. I will not hold them into the after hours here because interest leaves. There'll be no interest fuel. So I'm going to sit in this trade into the end. What is it? 3:10 p.m. We'll spread this out a little bit so you can see the trade as it happens. And the other trade that I will make is a spread. I haven't set it up yet, but I'm gonna. If we can ever trade down to 363, my trade is going to be like a 363 to what was the previous high up here? So 363. I'll make it as a 360 to 365 or 370 spread for the Monday. For a Wednesday expiry. Not Tuesday either. It'll be Wednesday expiry. Credit spread. Put that credit spread for bullish. Now down to 19 cents on calls. Still looking for a break of the VIX right here. I'm going to add some on right now. Hold on here. So I'm going to average in here with another. I'm going to actually do a half rack here at 19 cents. So just added a bunch of calls at 19 cents. I'm thinking my dollar cost is now somewhere around in the mid 20s, like 26 cents or something like that. So I'm going to add some more. Weakness after the power hour here. It's 3:11 in the afternoon. Expected weakness into the beginning of power hour. I wonder if they park it into the bell. Like they park it straight at like 350 or 360. That'd be fucking crazy. It was like 362, I think, was where the JPM collar is at 362, I think. So we'll take a look at that collar. That collar was down. We'll actually write the collar down here. I think it was 30. I think it was 36. We'll write JPM collar down here. I think it was 30. I think it was 3620. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. JPM collar. This is the wag the dog stuff. Right down here is JPM collar. What's interesting is you see this original. See this original thing down here? This original trend is down here. Yeah, somewhere down in there. OG JPM collar is right here at 3,200. So we'll leave that down there. Let's see if we can bring this 372, 371. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second here. Something like that. Right there. And let's look at the JPM collar here. Right there. Right there. That looks right. So it's close enough. We'll see if they try to tag that collar right. If they tag that collar into the bell, I'm going to be fucking impressed. That would be the wag the dog trade, where you see like no matter where you trade the entire month. That's why a lot of traders follow the JPM collar trade. They'll buy a spread above and below, and or above and below opposite, and try to trade it up and down into both of those price targets. I got calls down here at 10 cents now. I bought in at 20 or 32.19. Now we're at 10. So I'm going to buy some more, another rack of 50 at 10 cents. Now 11 cents. Hold on. So now I'm on 10-cent calls, 3 buy-ins at this point.
Or configure.
We're still on. It's 3:15 in the afternoon, 45 minutes left. Look, you can actually see down below. If you look on the right-hand side, you can see the laddering down below. You see this right here? This is called laddering. I'll bring this up and down for you so you can see it. And we also can see down here, where's that? Right there. You can see down here that there are, so this here is coaxing down. So this is supply, right? And supply stink bids will be down here, and it's trying to pull the price down to 363. This is more than likely a bank trying to drag this down into the 363 level. That's where S2 is. I'm going to set up a call spread for next week, expiring on Wednesday, for 360 and 367. Or yeah, I'll be looking for 360 to 367 on a call spread. I'm going to set that up right now. And then I'll try to execute this trade if we get down to 363. Oh, hold on a second. And I'll give you what it should pay. Let's look and see what it pays. First, 22nd, 2% move implied, 3% move, 3% move implied into next Friday. Just so, if you guys want to know, move for next Friday. The implied move is 3%, 2.7%. So I'm gonna make them for Friday. Generate trades. It's a pretty big fucking swing. Crowded put spread. 369. Actually, a pretty good trade right here. 363, 362. It's a pretty good trade right here. So a credit spread expiring June 24th. The spread on it is 362, 369, expiring 624. Costs 380. The max gain is 320. It just went up actually. You're down your gains. 380, 320 was 360, 340 a minute ago. We're getting a bid in the market. 380, 320 right now. Has a 51% chance of probability of winning. You gain if we stay above. If we stay above, and as time passes on this credit spread, you'll make $63 above, I think 366.61. You'll make max profit at above 368.97. Your max gain will be, you'll start gaining money as we head through the week. Matter of fact, if we're above like 314 or something, no, 370 or 371. If we break above 370, anytime next week, for a moment, you're going to make 100% or 100% of that profit. So that's the one that I have on right now. I'm going to execute this trade as we come into the close here. So credit put spread 362, 369, expiring June 24th is the trade that I'm going to take for next week. All I needed to do is trade higher than like, what is it? I just need to at some point make a run higher than 366. If I do that in the next week at any point, and if I break above in the next week, like 316, 370, I'm going to make 100% gain at some point on just the rips. If you do a credit put spread, if you haven't done them before, there's something that you have to watch closely because they print on the demand side. So you want to be on them. If we're like squeezing higher than like 368 into 370, you should get 100% print on that money that you should have made, the 386 or 380. So you want to like exit the trade at some point. If you don't catch the squeeze, yeah, we're up at 14 cents now. So I bought it at 11 cents. We're up to 15 cents now. I'm gonna make some fucking money here. 18 cents now. I'm gonna make some serious cash here. Okay, so there's your trade for next week. You guys want to trade for me? That's what it is. Credit put spread for next week, expiring on Friday. You're going to want to monitor that trade into next week. If we trade high and above into 370, you're going to want to close that trade for profit. I think it prints 80% overall. It's a very good trade to make. It's got a decent chance of next week. It has a decent. We have an implied move next week of 2.7% up and down. That should give you plenty of room to print that trade on some day next week. Either the open on Tuesday or by Friday, that should print for you. Squeezing higher now, up to 22 cents. Fuck yeah, baby. I am fucking pumping here. I am fucking ripping here. 23 cents on those calls. 370 calls now at 23 cents. What are you guys talking about? Oh, you guys are missing something? You guys don't know what I'm talking about here? You guys think that I'm pulling numbers out of my pocket? I've got a fucking calculator over here that I'm looking at telling me what the fucking implied moves are, you fucking retards. Sunspots to drive his calls. Yeah, I know all about sunspots. Yeah, so they use moon cycles in Elliott wave theory, and then they're also used in VIX trades. But they didn't work out this VIX trade, did they? They didn't work out at all in this VIX trade. There was no working out that. So here we fucking go. Yeah, like the fucking the sunspots and the moon trade, the astrology trade that all these fucking guys do. I understand the basis in it. I've read a bunch of white papers on it. I'm down with it to an extent. I get the point of it. I understand how people do that shit. I mean, I don't want to fuck with him either. Like, I don't want to fuck with what's his name again? I forget his name. Yeah, we're fucking screaming higher. I forget that trader's name, but the one I know who you're talking about. Do they use astrology? Sure, if it works for them, I'm down with it. I'm not trying to beat up on that trader. I know who you're talking about. He's on Twitter. He's got a big following. I got no beef with him. I don't care how he trades. If that works for you as a trader, it works for you. I've read the research. I at least understand where they're coming from. Now 23 cents on those fucking calls. Keep printing. I ain't missing this. Get me up higher. Bought in at 32 cents, bought in at 20 cents, bought in at 11 cents, now 23 cents. Get me up higher into this close. I get to understand, but the other point in the cycles is Elliott wave follows these cycles to an extent as well. So I understand the fractal concept, the math concept of this is all like the idea is that like moon cycles, sun cycles, planet cycles, fractal cycles, they're all based in math, and so that all comes back into the stock market. It's not really tied to hey, I'm looking at, it's Sagittarius and Mars and all that kind of shit. It really does tie into math concepts. So, like, I understand the concept of it, and I understand it does work to an extent. I get it, but I don't do that. And matter of fact, it's funny because I checked out the moon cycles in Elliott wave because typically you should see a VIX crush. You should have seen a VIX crush into this expiration, I believe. And we didn't get that, did we? We got a VIX rip, so it went against the theory of the moon cycles. But I understand the it's not really based in bullshit. It's based on the mathematical cycles of the moon, the Earth, the rotations, fractal cycles, fractal swirls, that kind of shit. So here we go. We're gonna go up there. Let's see if we can push this higher in this bell. It's 325. We got another half an hour left. You know what they like to do around 325, right? They like to shit on the market. They'll try to fucking tank it here, or they'll rip it to the close. There's like some key times of like 330, 345 in the market. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see who's right. We'll see the Bears are right today. See if the fucking Bulls are right. The only free sub out there with a live stream. Please like and subscribe to these videos. Tune in where we day trade the market. Never try to sell you something under the cover. Nobody out in FinTwit can say that I've contacted them and say, hey, give me your money. Ben Godfrey, a good friend of mine, has asked me to pay him or pay me, right? I've told him, no, I don't want his money. He's actually tipped me, though, heavily. But, you'll never get a DM from me saying, hey, pay me money. There's nothing behind a closed door here. You guys know that I keep everything up and open in the public. I have no financial incentive here trading with you guys to be telling you something otherwise. None. Zero. So I appreciate the people that do support. I want you to look at this over here. I do appreciate, so now 26 cents in those calls. 26 cents. My original buy-in was 27 cents. My original buy-in was 32. Then I went 15. Then I went 11. Dollar cost averaging in. You guys know that I have no financial I've got nothing here to sell you. I'm not selling you doom. I'm not selling you bull dreams. None of that shit. I know exactly how that's done. I have paid for that to be done to me. I know exactly what that is. They have a financial. I would have a financial. It's called churn. I have a financial incentive to draw people in if I charge you guys money. That's what it is, right? Draw in new traders, make them pay me big bucks. They're gonna think, Jesus, if I have to pay that guy $500 a month, he must be doing something good. The guy that's selling that program already fucking knows they're gonna blow up their accounts. They don't care. They sell fucking doom. They sell dreams, and it's all and you constantly see people come and go. You guys know. Our regular followers and our friends and my friends, we're here in and out every day. None of us disappear. We're all here. If you guys pay for those services, you know how that goes. You go in those rooms and those discords, and there's huge churn in there. You never see churn around here. Some, but not. It's like 10%. But that attrition rate is so low in this bear market. Now down to 21 cents. They were up. I was getting pumped there for a minute. It was like 28 cents for a minute. It's getting all hot and heavy when I was talking out there about the close today. 328, almost 330. What are we going to do here in the close? Post or in the chat. Grow some balls. You hiding out there any of you guys out there hiding right now on an incognito window not showing up in my feed? Why don't you go log in on your regular account? And you guys watching this broadcast on a rebroadcast somewhere, go to get on YouTube right now. Log in on your regular email address and tell us in the chat. Man up for yourself. I know there are people following this shit that aren't making their names known. I know there are people that are watching this on an incognito window. I know there are people that are watching this on a rebroadcast. I know it. So come on out. Go log in under your regular email account that your Twitter's on. Tell me in the chat. Are you long hair into the clothes? Own your shit. Own it. I fucking double dog dare you. You're not a fucking man doing that shit on an incognito window. Is that what you're in right now? Speaking to a specific person watching out there. I know you're out there. You dirty, dirty dog. Out there fucking trolling on Twitter. Watching a fucking live stream of real traders like fucking Mr. Yen. Watching real traders like me out there. In an incognito window. Fucking probably trading with me. Then go and slam me on Twitter. Eat a bag of dicks. Eat a bag of dicks. Hey, Mark, what's up, bruh? Hey, Chayton, how are you? I love you, Chayton. Let's see what happens into this close. Gringo Loco's like, I lose it everywhere. Terry St. Denise, I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Good to see you. MK is long. Let me know in the chat. Stand up for what you're doing. Sam Short, Sam Long, Sam Cash. Be a man. You're a bigger man than a lot of people on Twitter with like 5,000 or 50,000 followers, million followers, 300,000 followers. You're a bigger man than half a fucking FinTwit that we all look up to. It's true. See if we can push this up here. Push it up. I want a break. I want a squeeze. I want shorts that have been short for 3 months to close their fucking shorts into this fucking bell. Close those fucking shorts. I double dog dare you to hold it into Monday or Tuesday. Whatever it is you're going to fucking do with those shorts. Double dog dare you. I'm here. I'm waiting. Except for you, Chase. Chase has been short since like January fucking 6th. He ain't selling. He's got balls of steel. I love him. Honest to fucking God, I love his ass. He's like, I ain't selling shit. He's like, I'm short to the bitter end. Yeah, we're gonna do that burr sound. You'll see me fucking freak out on Twitter too, right? You guys always like seeing me do that shit on Twitter. Give me that burr in the close. I'm sitting at a poker table right now with like 3 banks, and they're like, we can't do it until the bitter end. We can't do it. Can't give retail money. They know what we're doing. They know we got to close it out. I'll be doing this shit on the 30th, too. Just sitting here on the 30th waiting for the same bullshit. 6:30 and 6:17. Look at all these puts they're going to let expire. They're going to diamond hand them like old dirty fat men with greasy fingers. Don't worry, I got all lined up here. I got a credit spread. I got a fucking put credit spread for 362, 369. I'm gonna buy that bitch right after the bell. I'm taking your fat old man, greasy white-handed money into the bell. I don't care if it's now. I don't care if it's on Tuesday. I don't care if it's on Wednesday. I'm a fucking retail trader here to take money away from big banks. It's my job. It's my job. My job is the dumb trader. I'm the stupid trader. I'm the idiot. I'm the fucking moron out here. Right? And all I want is to skim some of that fat off your hands and out of your pockets. That's what I'm going to do. I'm here to fight the banks. I ain't here to fight some stupid retail trader on fucking FinTwit. I'm here to fucking snag some fat cash out of some fat people out on Wall Street. That's whose money I want. I want Kathy Wood's money. Who else's money do I want? There's a whole bunch of them out there. I actually got a list of them. I want all their fucking money. I don't want your money as a trader. I'm not going to take your money for my subscriptions. I'm not going to skim like a scumbag on the internet. Scumbag and fucking rape my fucking fellow retail traders I want to take it from the fat guy on Wall Street. That's whose money I want. That's whose money I wanted in the original GME trade. If you're a hedge funder out there listening to me right now, I took that money from you. I ripped it right out of your fat, greasy hands. And I'm here to do it again today into Tuesday, and I'll be doing it on the 30th of June as well. Take your money. Diamond hand your shorts into the belly. I double dog, triple dog dare you. Yeah, Ray Dalio, Bill Ackman, all those names. That's what I'm here for. All those, you got all the names. All them fat old white guys with all that money. They don't even care if you take their money. They make so many billions. I'm over here trying to skim like 10 grand, 30 grand, 100 grand. Meanwhile, I got some guy on Twitter telling me some nonsense. I'm like, I don't care about you. I care about Jamie Dimon's money. I want his money. I want his fat little fingered money. That's whose money I want. Nice, Josh. Good job, brother. I like a long net short position here. I don't mind a long net short position here. Good job. I like even a start of a position here. Anywhere from here, if you date them right now, if you were to date them out to December, I'd say good on you. And then I'd say get more aggressive in the coming weeks. And from now into, let's say, mid-July, I would say start building a net short position. This is a good place to do it. I like that. I ain't here for your fucking retail money. I'm here to fucking take those old man money. Show it to me. Show me the money into the clothes. Show me that dirty skank money. If you don't show me that dirty skank money in the clothes though today, I'm taking it on Tuesday. I'm gonna go boating this weekend. I'm gonna slap my wife's ass. I'm gonna throw my kids in the air, run around. Matter of fact, my youngest one, I'm gonna go play some soccer with her. Gonna go swimming again. Gonna go barbecue this weekend. Hey, you know what? It's fucking Friday. I want to say something out there. If you're a person of color, especially if you're an African American out there, you deserve this holiday. If you're a minority out there, if you're a person that's poor, if you've been a person, not that this holiday is your holiday, this is specifically to African American slaves in this country. If you're coming from an Irish American family that was an indentured servant in this country sucks, but we try, and you are responsible as an American to ensure that we only become better over the decades, right? Over your generation. Last night I was in a gym last night and I heard some stupid pre-teenage boys. They're like 13 to 15 years old, and they were making jokes about gay people. They were saying the F word. They were saying faggot. It's not a good word. And they were like snapping towels and shit. And I went around the corner and yelled at these kids. And at that time I turned the corner, I realized that they were a person of color. They weren't African Americans, and they were overweight. And I was shocked because I saw someone making fun of other people that had their own fucked up things. It's Juneteenth. I live in Detroit with people of color. I was in the military with people of color. My kids go to school. When they went to real school here in Detroit, they will go to school with people. These real good people. Think about that over the weekend. Think about you as a United States citizen. Instead of bitching all the time on Twitter about what you perceive as people are, or people are bad or whatever, think about how you can be a better person, how you can help people that need a leg up in this society. The people need seriously need a leg up, especially people that go to school, people that are good to their family members. Do that shit. I don't want to go off on that harp in this end of this day today. I'm telling you what. People are people, man. They're like humans. Give someone a leg up. Give a sister a leg up. Give a brother a leg up. Give them the opportunity and at least the chance in their life. That broke my heart last night seeing that. I walked around that corner and I was like, this is gross what you're doing in here. It was gross. And I realized there were teenagers. I realized that a problem, or teenagers do say stupid shit. But you as an adult, when you become an adult, right, it's people like you that stand up for people that have less than you. And even if you have less than other people, only you make this country better. I believe in that 100%. Only you as a person. That's what this country is built on. You don't want to lose that in this country. It might take generations to make those changes, but if you're like me, like white guy, right? I'm a white guy. I'm a fucking, white male. And I'm a male, right? And I've been in this country long. My family's been in this country long enough. It's my responsibility to give a chance to people. So you go into this weekend If you are like me, a white guy out there, white woman out there, specifically a white man, right? If you're a white guy, do your part. Seriously, be a fucking man. Be a responsible man. Be a model for your children. Be a model for your friends. Be a model for your family. Be the better man. It pays off over time, I promise you. You will live a happier life. You will be a happy, content man when you get old. Be a better person in life. Sorry, I'll stop on that. Yeah, I agree. As a kid, I had to give a little bit, but I wasn't a dickhead to these kids. But you, as the adult, as you grow up to be an adult, seriously, if you want, I know you guys want change with laws and shit like that. We want all that shit or whatever. But as a human being, as a man in this country, as a man, be that role model for your friends and family and whatever. Don't worry about what other people say. You gotta be that as a person. Your wife, your children, your boyfriend, you're them. No matter what you are or identify as, people do in the background look up to you for that. Even if they don't tell you. People that scream and yell at you and call you names for being that person, they are going to be angry inside that you're a better person than them. And you go to sleep at nighttime a better person. You got to live with that as yourself. I promise you. If you don't live with that as yourself now as a young man, you're going to live with it as an older man. I promise. Be a good person. Be a good human. Be good to your neighbors. Be good to everybody out there. I promise. It works out for you. And take money from the rich. All right, so I'm looking at my calls now, see what's going on. They're at 13 cents trying to wean me off here. I'm burning my calls here. I still haven't sold. I'm going to diamond hand these bad boys. We got 20 minutes left. We're going to see what these guys do. 20 minutes left until the bell. My calls are burning now at this point. I haven't sold them. They're not burning. They're at I think they're at 18 cents or something. And then we're at 12 cents. But I'll diamond hand these into the close. Give a rat's ass. Let's make some money into this bell. I'm at a poker table with a bunch of old fat white guys. And they don't want me to take their money into the bell. So have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekends. You guys have a nice long weekend ahead of you. I want you to like and subscribe to these videos if you can. I want you to try to be a better person if you can, right? At least the importance of this holiday is be a better person. And then also, I want you to come back ready to go on Tuesday. Think about your trades think about your trades in the next week. Think about your trades into the next quarter. Specifically, us being in a quad witching. Think about June 30th coming up, and how you're going to position yourselves. If you're a bear out there and you want to get positioned, think about how you stage yourself into those trades. If you're a bull and know the market's going, I'm a bull and I know the market's going down. Try to stage yourself for when you're going to get short. How are you going to get short? How are you going to not expose yourself to any rips in the market? If we're going to rip up to 410, let's say we're up to 430. I don't think we are, but like a December put right now is much better than a put that expires on Tuesday. To save your money and save what you're doing. 15 minutes or 17 minutes left to the bell. We'll see if they park this right into the close or if they squeeze it up or down in the close. I'm hoping for a squeeze here. Hope we get a squeeze. Now down to 9 cents on my calls. Actually, my buy-in was 18, so I'm down 50% on these calls right now. I might add in here real quick in in 3 minutes. Add some more in here and see if we can get them up. Hang tight here. I gotta manually add these bad boys in. All short dated calls. Nothing big here. I'm not seeing much on the boards here. So I'm gonna try to save these calls real quick if I can, or at least break even if I can get a few pennies off them. Try to buy some real dirt cheap. If I can buy them 5 cents or something. Sweating bullets there in this trade. I'm like sweating bullets. Not out of 7 cents. I'm going to buy another 100 here, I think. Right. Come on. Give me like 6 cents. Come on down. Come on down. Now 344. You got 1 minute left. All right, here we go. It's only $600. $3:44 in the afternoon. Haven't heard nothing from
com/help.
Yep. It says it's playing right now. I'm not hearing anything for an inbound.
You're listening to Trade the News.
See if we got anything going on here in this close. I just added at 6 cents. 100 rack at 6 pennies. Jesus Christ. $3:45. 15 minutes left until the bell. JPM caller at 362. Should have sold that top back up there. I was too busy fucking talking about spreads right here. I should have sold that top. It's my bad. Got more drag down below, more laddering down below here to 365 and 364. Let's take a look down here and see where the drag is. Drag is down to 364, 363, 358. Where's that 372? I'll look here to see. This would be my break. My break point is right here. So if you're a bull out there in a long position, I don't want to see. One thing that I don't see my cursor here. I don't want to see a failure here and a rejection, and we head down lower. I want to see this hold right here. You see this, my cursor right here? I'm going to make this a fat line for you. I want to see this hold right here. If this doesn't hold right here, I'm going to cut them loose. I'm sweating bullets over here. So you can see that. Come on, baby. Bring it home. Bring it home to daddy. Give me that fucking sweet put gamma. Go ahead. Send it higher for me. Send it higher. Don't fucking do me dirty like this. Oh, God. I'm going to get fucked. Sweating bullets. I'm now back up to 6 cents. Send it higher here. Put this back on play here. Where's that 371 right there for that bell? I'm sweating bullets here. I'm sweating. Whoo! I'm going to try to park this thing. I can see it. It's always these moments where I'm like, oh, man, what are we going to do here? Am I going to get fucked? Give me that squeeze up into the close. 347 now, 13 minutes left. Not too much time left in the market. I'm sweating bullets here. I'm going to have to pull the plug here soon. I'm close. The one thing I'm not going to do is allow this to not print into this bell. So anything after for where I am in the market right now, just so you guys know, once I get into this 3:59, or not 3:59, but like 4 p.m., I'll end up losing I'll go to zero. So I gotta wait until, so I'm tied in to wait. Always sweating bullets in these trades. Always sweating bullets. More sellers than buyers still right now. Quad witching. Triple witch. 3 witches. I got my trade. Let me take a look at my trade. So it's the trade for Friday is now $3.95 for a $305 gain. It's actually growing in value right now as time passes. Last 15 minutes, it's gone up 25. I think it's $25. It's gone up so far. It's that debit call spread, or excuse me, not debit call spread, that put debit spread for Friday expiry. It was at 380. It's now at 391. Just to refresh that debit spread for Friday, it is 362, 369, June 624 credit spread. So June 24th, 362, 369 credit spread on June 24th. Now it's up to 396. It started at 380. That's doing very well right now. She got a nice little fucking bump on this over the weekend. Sweating bullets over here on these 0 dates. They're now down to their last buy-in I had was 6 cents. They're now down to 4 cents. I'm gonna have to pull the plug here in a minute. I'm getting spooked. $350 in the afternoon. Got 10 minutes left until the bell. I think they're gonna try to park it right into the bell here. Starting to break through my support here. This is not good. We're seeing sellers come in to the close and imbalance to the sell side. Just a heads up on that. Still sitting in my 0 dates. $351 now. 9 minutes left until the bell. Looks like they're gonna park it. That's what it looks like. Looks like they're gonna park it and try to drive it down into the bell. Hold on here. I'm freaking out. Call's now down to 3 cents. I'm getting murdered here. Getting smoked. Calls are almost worthless. Big sell side imbalance in the market right now. Be careful there if you're long right now. It's pretty ugly. So we got going on here. It looks like they're going to park it. If I had to guess, they're going to park this right into the bell here. I want you to see these red bars down here. Son of a bitch, not going to get my 371 in this bell. I'm so pissed off right now. I'm like, I don't want to end the day losing the last trade, but you don't win them all. Come on, get up there. Give me that last trade. Give me that one winning. I've got, what, 3 or 4 winning trades today, and now this last one I want to win as well. Down to 2 cents on these calls. They're going to bleed them right to nothing. Damn. God damn it. Right into the bell. Park it like a boat. Jamie Dimon's like, fuck you ain't getting your money today, Cap. Eat a bag of dicks. Give me that monster squeeze. Probably not going to get it. Now we're at 3:53, 7 minutes left to the end of the bell. Probably going to get the squeeze. If you are in any kind of like zero dates here, more than likely, take anything they offer you, 3 cents, 4 cents, or whatever. They're more than likely gonna park this boat right into the bell, right on VWAP. 2 cents. My calls are now down at 2 cents a piece. Fuck. And I'm going to look to place this trade here into the bell. So I'm looking for a trade into Friday. So I've had 3 or 4 wins today. I haven't looked at my P&L yet. I do use Tasty, so I have to go back through it and look. So those credit spreads are at 386. So I'm going to place a trade for 386 after the bell here if I can. If I can get that trade down below 380, I'll take the trade after the close here. So right now they're at 384. I'm sitting in these calls. They're worthless. So 2 cents a piece. I think I started at 32 cents. Then I bought them at 11 cents, then 6 cents. And I'm pretty fucking full boated here. So we'll ride these right into the bell here. See what happens between now and the close of business today. I'm sweating over this. I'm kind of pissy about it right now. Give me that squeeze into the bell, baby. Give me that fucking squeeze into the bell. They're going to the worst part is that I'm going to make this money in the back end of this trade. Squeeze that fucking bell. I'm going to diamond hand these fucking zero dates, I guess, into 415, aren't I? Fucking diamond hand these things right to the bitter fucking end. And they're still only at 2 cents. That means they don't even imply that we're going to go to 371 after the bell. There's no implication that we're going here. No implication that we're going up there in the bell. They're going to park this right on the fucking bell. I think I'm going to place this trade. I'm going to buy this trade right now. Yeah, so at the 386 on those credit put spreads are now 396. So just in that few moments, there's a huge bid in next week's calls. I'm going to try to I'm going to put an order in right now for, no, I don't want 303. Is it 282.85?
Just a few minutes to the closing bell in New York. Equities looking to go out on a somewhat positive note. The S&P up about 0.5%. Nasdaq Composite still up 1.7%. The Dow up only fractionally.
So I'm going to be looking to buy these as we head into the bell here, these call spreads. My calls are dead. Nothing. They're going to park it right into the fucking bell. Now, into this bell, what I'm looking for here is like $3.06. Maybe $3.02. Let me delete this. $3.02. Actually, it's going up crazy right now. The low side of this bid is now okay. So 388. Okay, so I'm putting my bid in right now. $3.13 for $3.13 for 624, 362, 369 credit put spreads for Friday expiry. I need it to break even. I just need time to pass and stay above 366 next week at some point. Now, for me to get max gain as the week goes on, I need to hit 370, 371 early in the week. As the week moves forward, I need to hit like 360 or 375, which I'm not sure we'll get to 375. But if I can hit 370 like Wednesday, Tuesday, it's an 80% trade. So my max gain is 316. My max risk is 384. If we don't get up there next week, I'll at least be able to keep part of that trade for myself. So there's a pretty good trade into the bell right now. I'll see if I get filled on those as we get into the bell. And I'm also going to go back to I've got some 0 dates here. Let's check to see. They're 2 cents. I'm going to try to sell them right now for a penny. And Jesus Christ, got fucking murdered. I just got smoked for like $5,000 into this bell. Okay, so this is what I want to say to you guys. Have a great weekend. I want you to have a wonderful Juneteenth celebration if you're a person of color in this country. I want to say thanks for showing up. Please like and subscribe to these videos. I want you to have a great freaking weekend. Make sure you have a plan coming into next week, so ready to go for Tuesday. Please like and subscribe to these videos. Please consider supporting this channel. Please consider supporting me on Twitter. There's a donation button in the bottom down in the description. And stay cool, stay safe this weekend. Yeah, I'm down $5,000 on that trade, but I'm up on the day. I know I'm up on the day, so I'm good. I think I made like $50 or $100 on selling those calls though. Well, yeah, so that's a good question. So Tom Pacheco's saying, where's the witching? If you don't see the witching take place into the bell today, you should see it on Tuesday. You will see a gap up on Tuesday. You'll see a gap up. If you try to buy 0 dates into Monday, you more than likely will not get the realized gains off them due to theta burn over the weekend. You need to buy your calls farther out in time or spreads. Yeah, I finished up on the day, but I'm kind of fucking pissed about that last fucking trade. What really pissed me off in this last trade was I was talking about spreads back here instead of fucking around with my call or managing my calls, and I think it was right here. So right here, my calls came up, and then they came down. I want you to notice this trade as well: 356, 715, 387 C. Look at my cursor above. So we've got June 15th, 387 C for $700,000. We'll watch the trades after the bell. I'm a little pissed off at this point on my last trade of the day. I don't like to fucking lose, but I've got a bid in. I'll see if my so my spread filled. So I'm good to go on my spread for next week. I am long into next week. On Friday, I'll catch up with all of you guys on Tuesday, I believe. Oh, and by the way, I've got a trip coming up on my next trip is 4th of July weekend, so I'll be gone maybe early on Friday or whatever that is, that Friday, 4th of July. I will be gone, so don't expect anything out of me from the last day of 4th, like July 3rd, I think. Let me get this, if I get this right. I've got a trip coming up. I will not be here July 1st until July 5th. I'll be gone for at least 5 days there. I might be gone on the 30th, but I'm not positive yet. So next weekend, or next week, I'll be here for this trading week, and then part of the following week and a half, to trade with you guys. Yeah, volume is good. Volume is good. Look at that volume right at the bell there. Right there. Huge selling down at the bottom of the bell. July 1st, I will be gone from July 1st until July 5th. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, July 5th. July 1st to July 5th, I'm on a vacation with family and kids and all that kind of stuff. Hey, bye, Bobby. Got to see you guys all. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll check in with you guys on Tuesday. Robert, thank you. Take it easy. You guys all have a great weekend.